Hello everybody, here we are finally, and today again we will be working on Brainly project. Good morning to all of you first of all. And I think max to max Brainly project is gonna just take 2 days, just maybe today. And today I think the project should be like the content section should be done. Few sections are gonna be remaining, so I think so. It should take just 2 days. If it's taking more, then we can't really do anything. Can't really estimate the things before, but just a guess. So let's get started with that particular project. Let me even make sure that I'm audible or not, and then I'll simply be going ahead. So Visual Studio Code, I'll simply be getting started with the project, nothing else. And I'm yet to learn about Redux and other libraries, front-end libraries. I will be learning them after I'm done with this Brainly project, Brainly by me. Yeah. So let's go on with this particular thing. What was I doing yesterday? You have to focus on the last tag and start editing, and then get okay. This was the thing that had to be mentioned. Like this was the feature that was yet to be applied over there. ls cd front end ls and pn pm dev. By the way, I will be using Daisy UI. I will try to just use it as much as possible because it's again easy to just use. So let's open Daisy UI as well. Daisy UI, and then I will be switching to some other UI. It's not like I will only be using Daisy UI. Not really like that. But yeah, it does provide us lots of even themes and all. But that's not a problem. Let's go and see the components, exactly what all we can get. We get accordions, okay, we get alert messages, that's great. But here we are using a toaster, so that's not a big problem. Avatar, we get badge, avatar is going to be maybe used for us, badge, breadcrumbs, button, okay, calendar, we can get card, don't need. Carousel, I hope that's how it's pronounced. Chat bubble, we are not using that. Checkbox, collapse, countdown, difference divider, dock, something like that. Sidebar we may use it, but the thing is that we have already built the sidebar, so we may be using the sidebar anyway. Let's use the sidebar, this particular thing. Drop down fab field set, so yeah, we will be using the sidebar from here. And hover 3D card, wow, this is gonna be amazing. But never mind, the content can be 3D, that I may be applying this 3D card over here. Gallery indicator, text input, okay, join kbd label, link, okay, list, loading, do we need that now? Mask menu is okay, markup, code markup, phone markup, window markup, model we are already using. Navbar, we don't really need it, or we can use it. Navbar, we have built it on our own, or navbar is already built. I wish I could have started like working with this particular Daisy UI since the beginning, so I could have used more and more features. But never mind, that doesn't really matter. Like, let's use as much as possible. Daisy UI, it's good to use this. And skeleton, this is gonna be something interesting. And apart from this particular thing, we have something called select status, step swap. Overall, we should have the idea. We should be using this. We are gonna be using this theme controller, text area, text rotate, and toast. Interesting. We don't really need to use it because I'm using toaster. But okay, that is good to have this feature toggle, tooltip, and this validate. So let's go to the top, and the first thing that we will be building that particular feature. So I hope the website started as well. That is running ultimately. Localhost, local, come on, yeah, localhost 5173. Check this thing out. Well, it looks like something like this, and I can go inside the content and all. The thing is that I have already built my front end, mainly the navbar, so I don't need to worry about the navbar right now, but I may be fixing that. The thing I wanted to do, as soon as I press back up, that gets selected, and then focus should be there. Focus should be in that particular backspace. How can I do that? For that thing, I need to reference of the last element, that is right. How can I get the reference of the last element? because I need to focus the last element. So input ref const last tag ref and set last tag ref. Just going ahead with whatever is just occurring to me right now. Use ref, that's gonna be, and over here it will be by default null, and moreover it will be applied to what? It will be applied to HTML input element, so that's gonna be right. So HTML input element, something like this. So this much I've done so far. Let's get rid of this particular thing right now. This was just a comment yesterday that I made, and what I want to do is simple this, that the reference of the input box like this. So what I want to say that it will have a ref, but it will only have this ref when when I can say that's the last index, right? So if the index that I'm getting, that's triple equals to content payload that I have, inside that I have tags, inside that I will have length property -1. So if actually equals to the last element, at that time I will be saying that this is gonna be the last tag ref, otherwise it will not be. I hope it's gonna be working fine. Let's check this thing out first of all. Guess what, I'm facing the issue. What is that? Let's check this thing out now. Inspect console. Okay, use ref is not function, or it returns value is not irritable. Tag input. Okay, here we are getting that error. Oh yeah, sorry, I have used I made as if that was a use state, but that is not. So I can simply say one thing, last tag ref. My bad, I just didn't mention this thing. Let's make it capital, just capital. Okay, right now it should be fine, and let's reload the page. Still not getting the right thing. So expected ref to be function, but an object returned react create ref. A child in a list should have unique key. Okay, a child does not have that. Of course that. And expected ref to be a function and an object returned react create ref. Where am I messing up with the things? Use ref. Okay, I got last tag ref, and once I got last tag ref over here, okay, here I'm just simply checking. Alrighty, conditionally I wanted to give it the ref value, but it's not gonna be like that. So let's make it, how about this? Should be fine. Okay, string is not possible. So in that case, normally if that's the last element, I want to have that input. Otherwise it can just simply have the input ref. It can have normal refs, right? Like I can create a I can give it the value null anyway, that is right. So let's check this thing out right now. Okay, this is visible, and what I want to do next, as soon as I click this, I want that to be highlighted and focused as well. So let's go here. As soon as I click key down, and whenever the key down happens, first of all I remove the tag. Is set removing tag, set is removing tag, that gets false. Okay, I must have a reason to use this particular thing. What I want to do over here, whenever the backspace is clicked, not there but here, so set is removing to tag true, that is right. Whenever I click backspace, at that time I start removing. And one more thing, just a sec, let me even check whether I'm audible or not. And another thing is that the control panel, let's even check that thing out, because usually I'm asked to just make the sound quality better and all, and I hope that's fine. If that's not fine, I will be making it better for sure. Levels, it should definitely be fine. I've kept it at 60 levels, so that's more than enough. So let's continue from here on, or I can even make it more if of course somebody comes and tells me. And what I want to do over here, that last ref that I have, last tag ref dot current dot just focus is going to be here. There's this thing that it may not be present, so I'll make sure that I have that if not last tag dot current, in that case you have to just simply return. So I'm even making sure that that does exist, and that is a simple thing. And that is it. Let's try this thing out. Let's reload the page first of all, and as soon as I click backspace, gets what the first one, the second one doesn't get highlighted, ultimately the last one. What's the reason behind that? First of all, I'm setting the color like this. Okay, what am I even doing here? I'm just simply saying that is removing. Whenever I start removing, at that time you have to highlight the last index. Great job. And that's what it's doing. It is highlighting that. And what next is that I want that if that is the last index, in that case I have to highlight that, like focus that. So content payload dot text dot length -1. Content payload dot text, okay, dot length, I got the length -1. This is what I wanted, and I'm checking it with the index, or I can check it with the ID because I'm actually getting the ID too. So let's get the ID that I already have t.id, and I'm gonna be checking it with the help of its ID. So ultimately same formula is going to be used over here. So let's tackle this one like this. By the way, it doesn't matter how I do it, it's almost the same. And I'm making it quite bulky, that is right, hard to just understand the things, but never mind, later I'll figure it out. Does it behave the same? Well, that gets highlighted, but that doesn't, mouse doesn't focus over there. One more time, clicked, and then whatever I type, that one gets typed. So how can I actually focus the input box? As soon as I just reload the page, that gets focused, and that's what I want for this one. So if I want to defocus that, I can make it read only, but ultimately this is the same thing that's gonna be happening over there. Control Shift. What I want, that the input that I have over here, and that is the ref. Let's make input ref read only, give it the property, or I can make it right here only, that it's gonna be that input is just outside. So over here I'm making it focused, and input ref dot current dot disabled or something, not disabled, yeah, there's nothing called unfocus or something, no, read only. How about, I think it text just pro. What is the thing? Left hand side property assignment may not be option property access. Read only property estimate that user can't modify. Well, this is not possible. Search it. How to make input read only when just using ref, as simple as that. How to make input read only JavaScript, and read only is equal to true. That should be right. So whatever I was doing, that was right ultimately. Either I can set the attributes to read only true, to enable read only, false. Okay, so like read only thing, this was right over here, so let's make it like true. But there's the problem that I face. The question, the thing is that the left side hand side of an assignment expression may not be an optional property access. Okay, let's remove this, and I have to make sure that it does exist. Okay, this is, it is like this. And now let's check this thing out, reload the page, and let's click this, and guess what, it gets removed from here. That is a good thing, that becomes read only. But this should get highlighted, but it's actually not getting highlighted, so that is the thing that I have to focus on. So ultimately I can say that I'm not getting the reference of the last variable properly. Okay, so I'm making it this, and whenever I click on that, whenever I just click inside the input, so that's gonna be what, input change or something. Whenever I click inside the input, where do I have the click handle tag input click? Okay, whenever I click on the tag, this happens. What am I even doing over there? Set editing tag ID, set edited tag. Setting the ID, setting the edited tag. One more thing, set handle input. One more, and that's gonna be over here. Const handle input click. Even this thing is gonna be okay. Let's go with this handle input click. Whenever I click on the input, that's just gonna be a click, so I don't need to worry about anything and all. I just want one thing, that at that time input just input a ref that I have. So input a ref dot current. First of all, I definitely have that. Read only should be false. Read only, come on here, it doesn't give me any suggestions at all. Read only should be false at that time. So that's what I want. And by the way, whenever I click on that, it should happen. So let's go there, and I can have one more method over here, that's gonna be on click. And whenever I click handle input not change, rather click, seems to be okay. Let's check this thing out right now. Reload the page. Right now I'm clicking on it, I'm able to edit it, and whenever I click backspace, and then the last element gets selected. Just got disconnected. Am I facing network issue right now? Okay, the thing is that my mobile got disconnected. I'll be right back. Alrighty, here we are back, and let's continue from here on. Mobile got just disconnected, so I had to fix that. That is it. So what can I do next? The next thing is that I have to highlight that anyhow. That's not getting highlighted. So first of all, this each where is this coming from? Last tags input 101 div. Am I not giving it input index? Yeah, I am not. So let's even do that. So this particular div is not getting the key, and that's why it's just throwing that error. So let's give it the index right now. That's gonna be more than enough, I think, to get rid of that particular error, and I hope right now I'm not getting that. Okay, what is the next thing that I have to do? I have to focus that, and if I want to focus that, then I need to have the reference variable, a reference of the last, and that's what I'm doing. Ref is equal to last ref, if that's triple equals to the ID of the last item, and last I'm just simply giving the last ref, should be fine. But I have to check whether it actually gets that or not. Alrighty, so how can I check that? CLG last ref, last tag ref. Let's reload the page, see what happens over here. So it's actually null. Great job. If I click on it, if I click enter, it does gets the value, like it gets that particular div. with all these properties and all. So it is working the way I want, but the thing is that I have to focus it as well. Attributes and how can I focus it? So dot current, there must be a current method or something. So that is current. That's not here. As soon as I got that div, what do I have to do? I actually have to focus. I actually got the div, so why am I not able to focus that? What can I do that whenever that changes, the last tag changes, at that time I have to re-render the page, and as per that, if that has some value, I will make it focused ultimately. If that does not have any value, so it doesn't really matter. So what I want to do that I already have this use effect, and this is doing nothing but actually getting the click on the body. That is great. I will have another use. It should anyway work in that way as well, but never mind. Let's check this thing out too. Use effector, just giving it a try. I hope it's gonna work. And what I want that last tag input is gonna be the dependency last tag ref, and inside that what I'll say that first of all let's check whether last tag ref exists or not. Dot current, of course, whether this value exists or not, and if this value exists, in that case you have to make it focus. So last tag ref dot current dot focus. So ultimately you have to focus this particular thing. I hope it's gonna work. Let's see. It's not getting focused. The remaining things are okay. Even that's getting highlighted. Okay, this did not get focused though that is an input box. Well, problematic. Why? The thing is that my mistake, I'm telling you that now. I have got the reference variable of this, reference variable of the div. How can a div can get focused? I have to get the reference variable of the input box. Sometimes things go really crazy and they are so obvious that I even miss them. Ref is gonna be over here. Okay, right now if I click backspace, that should be getting highlighted as well as focused, and now I should be able to type inside that. Now I'm not able to type, I'll take care of that thing, but ultimately this thing is working. By the way, why wasn't I able to type initially? Well, okay, so ultimately that's getting focused, and let me even remove that use state from there. I have already removed that, so that doesn't really play any role over here. So that does get focused. Once that got focused, then I have to just continue and then do the stuff, you know. So once that is done, let's try it one more time. Reload the page, and what I want that as soon as I click backspace, that gets focused, and I have to edit that. When I edit that, I'm not able to edit that. That is the only issue that I'm facing right now. Am I able to remove the things from there? I'm not able to remove the things as well. Why? That particular tag got focused, and then whenever I click on change, that should behave as expected, but let's see what's causing that behavior. So what I want that, this is the input box that I have, that is right. Field sizing, content and all that is okay. Whenever on change happens, first of all this gets focused, that is right. And whenever on change happens, let's go to handle change, and inside that what I'm saying that set edited tag is equal to event.target.value. Set edited tag event.target.value. okay. And what about the value? Do I have the value over here? Okay, I'm getting the value like this. Editing tag id triple equals to tag id. If the editing tag id, first of all, when I'm setting the editing tag id, and when I'm setting the editing tag id, I'm actually setting the editing tag id when I click on that, if I'm not wrong. So let's even check that thing. Const handle click, and here I'm setting the editing tag id. What I want to do that, this is okay. When I click on that, this should just get selected. Whenever I just click this backspace, whenever I click on the input and the backspace gets selected, and I make input read only, and I focus the last element, last ref at that time, I actually have to save the ID of that as well. How am I going to save the ID? I have to save the ID of the last. I have to save the ID of the last item. That means that can be set is editing tag ID, and that's gonna be, I already have my tags over here. Ultimately, content payload. Yeah, so I already have my content payload, and once I have my content payload, then I can get my tags. Once I got my tags, then I can get the last element. How can I get the last element? By the way, it can be pretty much easy. I think content payload dot length, dot tags dot length minus, come on, just trying to get the last index, length minus 1. So here I have the last index, and what can I do next? Once I got that dot, I want the ID. So this is how I'm getting that. By the way, I can optimize it later. I can even create proper variables of these particular things, so that I don't have to repeat the drive. I mean, I don't need to repeat the code, but never mind. For now, let it just make it work somehow. So this thing is done. Let's try this thing out right now. I clicked on backspace, that got selected, and that even got removed. Then I'm able to write something or the other, but I do not even want that. Whenever backspace happens, okay, that's working like this. Backspace, click outside, that came back. Backspace, write something, and click enter, and that still keeps getting focused. So the last one, I have to even remove that. I have to give it a borders and all whenever I just click backspace and all. So if I'm giving the border right here, it just has the border automatically. So that is what I don't want. So I can even remove this particular part from here, like this much, because it is getting the border the way I don't want. So editing is tag, I'm giving it, and whenever I start removing that, it should be getting the border. That's right. But the real question is that it is removing, and as well as I'm checking the ID. If it is removing, then I have to give it the border. But if I don't give this particular condition, it will give the border to all, and I have to give the border to only the last one. And even I'm checking the editing tag, if that is being edited, or I'm removing. So I can do one thing. Let's replace all the things from here, at least for now. From here, actually, the things that I actually have, this logic, let's get rid of this logic over here. And whenever either I click backspace or I do handle click, wait a sec, whenever I click on the input, which one is that? That is handle tag input click. Whenever I click on that particular input, at that time crazy stuff. The thing is simple, that as soon as I click on that particular input should get highlighted, any input. And the second thing is that as soon as I click backspace, then that should get highlighted. Well, this is happening, that's great. So this was, the style was causing me the problem. So one thing actually is solved right now. If I click backspace, that gets removed, and if I just enter, it works like this. What I want, that as soon as I click on them, first of all, I want to get that particular input. Okay. So as soon as I clicked on that particular input, so I got the input if I'm not wrong. So even let's console log it first of all. So CLG and event.target, I should be getting that anyway. Then I have to style it here only, rather than styling it when I'm actually rendering them. Okay, got the input. Once I got the input, what next? Once I got the input, so I can say event.const tag input, and that's gonna be event.target anyway, so that it's actually easy to understand. And tag input dot style, and that style is gonna be what? Style does not exist. HTML input element. Once I got the input element, tag input dot, how many things I have, dot add event listener and all. Okay, these three things I have. Once I got that, how to style an element got from mouse click event. Can I have on click effect in CSS? I think that should be right. I mean, I'm getting the input, and once I'm getting the input, I should be able to set the style and all. Let's give it some class name, it would be better. So can I give it the class name? Dot add how to add a class to an input using DOM. Okay, so document get element, I got the element that class is dot add. Okay, let's try this thing out. Why it's not even possible to do it over here? Class list dot add. Property class list does not exist on event target. That is the mouse event target, and ultimately I'm getting my object, if I'm not wrong, the one that I actually wanted, like this one, and this is the same input box that I have over there. Why am I not able to call some methods on it? The simple question, if I'm actually getting my event, I'm actually getting the input, I'm able to log that. Why am I not able to just set the properties on top of that? Why am I getting this error? What the hell? You are getting there because e.target is typed as event targeter, or event target does not have class list. Okay, so what can I do? Mouse event HTML tells TypeScript current target. Current target is an input element, but target can have event target, so TypeScript does not allow a direct access to the class list on it. Okay, so what can I do? Already HTML input element, that's right. Mouse, how to fix it? Current target. Okay, event.current target. Sorry, that was the problem. That TypeScript doesn't really allow target. So mouse event HTML input element tells TypeScript the event's current target is an HTML input element, but target can be any event target. So the target that I'm actually using, that can be any event target. So let's use the current target. Better. And now I should not be getting that either, and even I should be able to just give it that style directly. So I should be adding a class right inside this. If I'm actually adding a class, that's gonna be going, let's see, class list dot add, and I wanna add a class, and that's gonna be like I hope Tailwind classes are gonna work fine. I'm not sure about this, but let's give it a try. But I want to do that. Let's give it a text red 600 or something to just check the values whether it actually works at all. Reload the page and select that. Well, it does work. I'm able to do that. So what is the next thing that I want? The next thing that I want, that I actually want to give it, what the hell? I want to get the div, not the input box. because I want to set the style over there, not to the input box. Interesting stuff. So as soon as I got my that, I'm stopping the propagation. If I do not stop the propagation, what will happen? Stop the propagation. CLG tag input. I know I'm making it maybe complex, even more complex than it should be. I clicked on it. I'm getting my input box. Doesn't matter where I click, ultimately I'm getting my input box. Okay, that is a good thing actually. I'm just getting my input box. What I have to do, whenever I click on the div, at that time I have to just take care of this particular thing. So let's get rid of this thing from here and let this stop propagation be there only. And I have to take care of the particular div. So whenever I click on div, right? So const handle tag div click. As soon as I click, I'll get the event, and that's gonna be click event, mouse event from React, of course, and it will be on HTML input element, not really input element, HTML div element. What the hell? HTML div element. And once this thing is done, then what will I be doing? First of all, const div is going to be equals to event that I get dot current target, and then div dot class list, and that dot add. What do I have to add? I have to add bg. First of all, I have to give it border blue, and that's gonna be around 600 or something. I don't even remember the style. Never mind. Text is gonna be, let's give it this much, see what happens. And as for this thing, Control C, I will be having an on click property over here, just on the div, on the top level div over here. And on click, whenever I click on that particular div should be highlighted, and then I have to even select the last div and then get the things done and all. Let's see this thing. CLG div, reload the page, click on that. Okay, I'm not getting the div. What I have to do, maybe stop propagation may work or no. Event dot stop propagation, reload the page. That div is at last, so if I click in the corner, I get that particular div. It's getting more and more complex. What can I do? I am okay with this much functionality as well. Later I can just, it would be great. But as I have started working on it, so I should finish it. Even that is the thing. Input box and this cross button are inside that. Okay, so whenever I click on the input box, that div does not get clicked there. That is the problem, and I have to give design to that particular thing only. Few steps back. Oh, come on, yaar. Let's go to the beginning. Whatever I had in the beginning. Okay, I changed a lot, I know. Back. This was the code that I had. I actually messed up a lot with the particular code. This much we had in the beginning. Like as soon as I clicked, that got highlighted. So let's even few steps forward. Actually, I just did some good stuff as well. It's not like everything was bad. Well, that can't really happen. I can't redo now. Never mind. So I will definitely work on this particular functionality. Like as soon as I click on backspace, that should get removed. So first of all, handle click down is here, and the next thing is that as soon as I click on backspace, that should get focused. So I need to create that again. Never mind. But it's gonna be easy peasy, and let's try to solve it from the beginning properly. Last tag ref, and that's gonna be use ref, and again the value will be null, and I have to highlight that. So HTML input element, something like this. Once I have this, as for this last tag ref, the last one I will be getting from here. So this is the input box, and I wanna give it a ref, and when I'm giving it a ref, I need to make sure that I'm giving it the ref conditionally. So this is the condition for that. So let's copy this condition from here, give it the condition, and make it optional, and at the end of the not optional actually, use a ternary operator, and this is how I'm simply giving it the condition. The next thing is that as soon as I click on backspace over here, key down, whenever backspace happens, at that time I have to select the last tag ref dot current dot I have to just simply focus that, and that is how it's gonna be done. I have to make sure that it does have that value, something like this, and once it gets focused though, then even I have to change the set editing tag ID, actually tag ID, editing tag ID, whatever tag I am editing right now currently. I wanna get the tag ID of that. So for getting that, merely the last one is going to be edited. So I can say content payload that I already have, and dot tags that I have inside that. I want to get the tags from there, but the tags of the last element. So content payload dot tags dot length, I will get length -1. This is the last element that I got. Dot I will get the ID from there. As simple as that. And let's see how it behaves right now. Reload the page and click backspace. I'm already inside that. I'm able to write that and all. Okay. The next problem is that if I click enter, I'm going out of that. That's a good thing, and I can just write some more stuff and all. And the thing is, as soon as I click on that, as soon as I click backspace, that the text should not get removed, but right now the text is getting removed altogether. So that is something I have to take care of. So even here I have to give it a key. So let's give it the key. Key is gonna be equals to the tag that I tag content payload dot tag. Really? Yeah, these are the tags. Tag dot id. I hope tag has an id. Okay, let's check this thing out. id. Tag has an id. It does. Reload the page, and let's click backspace. Able to edit that. The question is that why does the previous value disappear? When I'm inside that, I'm just simply focusing, and whenever I click backspace, that gets focused. And what else is happening over here? Whenever key down happens and whenever backspace happens over here. If not tag, then what? If not tag, which tag am I talking about over here? Tag is the current tag. Don't really need to use this. Just backspace is enough for me. Set is remove tag. Okay, last focusing that too. And over here, when handle tag happens over here for the tag itself, and when backspace is clicked, then nothing happens. So if that's actually getting removed, that means something is up. This does not play any role over here. This doesn't do it either. So when it comes to the value of that particular input, so I have this particular condition that editing tag ID is equal to this, then edited tag, otherwise t dot tag. T dot tag is the tag that I'm actually getting from there, and edited tag is something that I'm using. The thing is that as soon as I click on backspace, that get focused. At that time I'm setting the ID, that is right. Once I set the ID, at that time as soon as I got the ID, so I'm using the edited tag, and there is nothing inside edited tag whenever I click on backspace. That's right. So as soon as I click on backspace, I have to put the value of tag inside that, the last tag element. Yeah, that's right. How can I do that? Simple problem is this, that it does not have any value, and that is why I don't get anything over there. What I need to do, I need to give it some value when I click backspace, and that gets highlighted. Okay, giving it value. Which value do I need to give it? I need to give it the value of that particular tag, the last value, the last tag, right? So edited tag is here. By default, edited tag has this particular thing, and what I want is that whenever I click backspace over here, I want to give the value to the edited tag, and that's gonna be the value of the last tag. So instead of using this particular thing over here, I can actually keep it in a variable called const over here, maybe const, because I don't think I need just above. So last tag, and that's gonna be like this. And once I got my last tag, so last tag dot id I can set over here, and not only this, I can set edited tag, and that's gonna be last tag dot tag. As simple as that. This should be fine, and let's try this thing out right now. Reload the page and click backspace. That got selected. Write something inside that. I wrote that. Click enter, and that got set. We have implemented it. There is only one problem, that as soon as I click enter, I don't want this border anymore, but the border is still there. Why is the border still there? Let's check the condition for the border. So when it comes to that particular border, so this is how I'm actually setting the border. Is editing and is removing, these two things are mainly, is editing tag id and edit is removing, I have to make them false or make the editing tag null when I click backspace, whenever key down happens, on this particular tag, whenever key down happens, at that time what am I doing? Set editing tag id is empty. That is good. What is the next thing that I need to do? The next thing that I need to do is set is removing false. Set is removing, is tag remove, is removing tag, that's gonna be false. So if that is false, it will become false over here. That means this particular condition will not be true. That means it will not get the border. As simple as that. Let's try this thing. I mean, let's remove that thing. That does not really matter. Border 2 is it has border 2. Reload the page. Click backspace. That got selected. Just write something inside that, and just click enter, and that got unfocused. Deselect. I mean, that does not have any border. Write something over here. Just click enter. New tag. Write something. New tag. Write something. New tag. Click backspace. That previous tag got selected. Just edit that. Enter. What a functionality it is! I'm glad that I did it. It is just like the way YouTube does. And not only that, you can click backspace and you can select that, and you can just write something over here. Okay, one more issue, that as I wrote something over here, and as soon as I click backspace, that previous tag gets selected that I don't want, until unless the value of the tag over here, the input value is equals to 0. At that time, the previous tag should get selected, otherwise that should not get selected. So whenever I'm clicking backspace, at that time, what happens is that I want to check the value of the tag, because when I just enter, the value gets saved in this tag state. So I have to check the length of it, and what I want to do that whenever I click backspace, everything should happen, but on which condition? The condition is that if tag that I have dot length, if it has no length, so not tag dot length. So if it doesn't have any length, in that particular condition, I will be just doing this. So if tag dot length is 0, 0 means I'm using not operator, so it will become true, and then let's see whether it happens or not. Let's write something. Hi there. Okay, hi, I wrote. I'm writing something again over here, but when I click backspace, nothing happens. I keep clicking backspace, 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 one more time and one more time. And this time if I click backspace, right now the length is 0. So if I click backspace, okay, there was one more space. If I click backspace, the high gets selected, and okay. Whoa, one more thing. As soon as I click backspace, the previous one will go. Crazy stuff. what I want that that should be equals to 1, because if that's equals to 0, then that's crazy. As soon as that equals to 1, at that time I have to run, because when backspace happens, that will be that will get removed, as well as I will go to the another last tag. Ultimately that last tag will be highlighted. So if that's equals to 1, only then it should happen. Yeah, reload the page, try this thing again. Hi, and let's click and write something. Nothing happens. Backspace, 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 and this time it will, F will get removed from here and hi will be highlighted like this. That does not get removed. That got selected, but this, okay, issue. And that is why I had that particular condition over here. And what was that condition? And not tag. The tag should not be here. The tag value should not be there. Let's try this thing now. Reload it again. Just quite cheeky things. Backspace. One more time. That's done. And now I can write, or I can just get rid of this. Click one more time backspace. I'm inside that, but the thing is that 2 gets removed. That is something I need to fix that. Remaining things are okay. Just the last value gets removed as soon as the backspace happens. Okay, and if the last value is removing, that means I'm already inside that particular thing gets focused. So when I click backspace, so what happens? As soon as I clicked backspace over here, then I focus the last tag that was there. And as soon as I focus the last tag, and then let's see what happens. The last tag got focused, and when I the value gets removed from there. What can I do? I don't want to remove the value from the last tag. Is there any optimal way to do it? What happens on YouTube? Let's go here and let's go to YouTube Studio. Let's select any video, any previous video, maybe this one. Let's go at the bottom, show more, and this is what is happening here. So I entered, okay, I clicked backspace, the last value got definitely selected. And one more thing, it just becomes the input. The value comes in the input itself. Never mind. But if I just select that, it does not get removed. I'm able to, but the value does not get removed. Okay, what can I do? I'm able to edit this for sure. Once I click, nothing happens. Okay, interesting. If I click comma, okay, it gets saved. So this is how it works. The thing is that in my case, the last value is actually getting removed for no reason. That is something I need to take care of. The remaining things are okay. So as soon as I click backspace, the last value gets removed. When should I focus that? Can I focus it? If I'm actually focusing them, then that's gonna be problematic. It will only happen over here. So whenever backspace happens, I'm checking whether the tag exists or not. If the tag value is 0 only, then it should happen. That's right. I mean, it is absolutely right. What else can I do? Is that when it comes to giving it the value, the last tag. So what I'm doing, set edited tag is gonna be equals to last tag dot tag. That ultimately I'm getting the tag. Once I got the tag, rendering it there over here. I'm giving it the value, and the thing is that as soon as backspace is clicked, it gets focused and the last value gets removed. I have to stop that removal of the last value. Hmm. Oh. Let's do one thing. I don't know whether this thing is even something that I should do, but I will be using is removing property, and when it comes to that is removing property, at that time I will be even. But is it possible to stop a removal? Don't know. Let's do one thing. As soon as that got focused, I have one more thing called is removing. That means it is telling that that particular value is getting removed. Okay, and what I want that if that's actually removing that at that time, set editing tag id equals to that, and is removing tag. I don't know. That's it. Otherwise, even this is fine. We can just spend more time and fix this. That gets removed anyway. The last value, because I'm clicking backspace, that is bound to get removed. Backspace means remove that. How can I stop that? Or the problem can be that I am focusing that to do some business logic. Let's go here. Whenever I click backspace, this particular thing happens. What I need to do is that simple thing. I have to focus that. Let's cut it from here. When I click backspace, that is fine. But when I have to focus, that focus should only happen. This focus thing, I have to just do something with this. What I don't know, but I need to do something with this particular thing. The thing is that when backspace happens, and if I actually focus that, then that's gonna be problematic. So no, if not tag, if there is no tag, so what I'm doing that set edited tag. This is not gonna be better. Backspace will take care of everything. That means tag needs to be there. Okay. Is removing true. Set editing id, set edited tag to. How will it reflect? How will it be like? Backspace. That already got selected, and then when it gets removed, and it is obvious that it will be removed because you are clicking backspace. That should get removed. The backspace does this thing only. So what I can do, I can actually remove it completely from here. I can get the value inside the input the way YouTube does, and inside that input I can actually get the things done. What does YouTube do? This is the input box. I can directly edit there. When I click on it, that's okay. It gets saved. But when I click backspace, it actually removes that and takes the values inside the input box. And inside the input box, I'm actually editing the values right now. And then whenever I click enter, that particular value gets saved again. Something like that. How about replicating this? Would be better. So let's do one thing. Let's go back again, few steps back, and a new logic this time. Backspace is okay, and what I want to do that I focus the last element. That's great. I focus the last element. Once the last element got focused, ultimately even I don't need to focus the last element. I just need to remove that. Why do I remove that? Because I want to get the value inside that. So one thing I can do, that instead of focusing the last element, what I can do that if is removing is true, because I'm setting is removing, okay, and even I don't need to set this thing over here. The last thing that I want, one more thing over here, and not tag. In that case, I got my last tag. What I want to do, last tag dot remove is this method. last tag. Oh come on, I need to get the element, not that. How will I get that element? I already had that element called last tag ref. I don't even need the content of that. Last tag, I got the last tag, then I got the content, okay, tag of that. So last tag dot ref dot current dot remove this particular thing from here. I have to remove the last tag. Once the last tag got removed, I have the edited values and I have is removing true. So I have is removing true, I have the ID, I have the set edited tag. What I want to do with the help of these three things, I want to give the values to the input box. That means here value tag. What I want to do, that I want to check whether is removing tag is true or not, and whether there is a value of that tag inside that. So editing tag ID is present or not, and edited tag is present or not. In that case, the value is going to be edited tag, otherwise the value is going to be tag. Crazy stuff, don't know how it's gonna be working. Okay, let's take this thing out, reload the page. I'm writing something, I click backspace, back, one more, and this time crazy thing is gonna happen. Okay, I got the value here, amazing. I'm able to even write the things and all, but this previous tag is still present over there. Why? Because I think I was removing the input only. I have to remove the whole div itself. That's something I need to keep in mind. So this time, instead of keeping the reference variable over here, cut it from here. What was I doing? I was getting the last ref, and that was the last ref mainly for editing that, so I don't need to have it over here. Rather, I can have it here, and this is the last tag ref, last tag div ref actually. Last tag div ref, and let's name it correctly over here. Once it is named correctly, I have to change this over here as well. Anything else? Nothing else as such. So what I want to do, that gets removed. I'm editing that particular value, and let's see how it goes. Reload the page. Write something easy peasy. Click backspace, and you click backspace one more time. The previous one got removed, and I'm able to edit the values from here. Good stuff. The only thing is that I'm not able to edit the values. Okay, so why I'm not able to add the values? Something needs to be checked. Whenever backspace happens, I set the value. Whenever backspace happens, set it editing has the last ID. That's great. Is removing is true. Set edited tag has its the value as well, edited. So in that case, whenever on change happens, I have to change the value of the tag now, and then I have to edit that. How about removing some? But it should not happen. Is removing true? I'm checking. Said editing tag is true. I'm checking. Edited tag is true. I'm checking, and then I'm showing the edited tag. Otherwise, I'm simply rendering the tag. The thing is that whenever I change the values, like this time on change. So if I check the on change property over here, what I'm saying that event.target.value not equals to this, then I have to simply set the value. Okay, event.target.value, and once I set the value, what will happen? Once I started setting the value, at that time what? Removing should be false. Set editing ID can be there, or let's even make it null. So what I want over here now, that set edited tag, that's gonna be empty because right now tag will take over. Crazy stuff. And set editing tag ID, actually editing tag ID, that should be just null right now, because now I am not editing the previous tag, rather I'm kind of creating the new tag itself. By the way, it can be just empty, and is removing tag should be false. So ultimately I will be using my tag itself. Is removing tag, set removing tag, set is removing tag. So this particular thing is done, and what I want that as soon as I just start entering the value, let's see whether it works as expected or not, or do I have to do something else. Okay, the same thing actually I'm having to face. I clicked backspace, the 2 got removed, and the same thing I was facing earlier, wasn't I? Yeah. Seriously, this is crazy. The same thing I was facing earlier, and even after doing this much setup, I'm still facing that. Let's try to resolve it. Just input should get focused and nothing should happen when I click backspace. Okay. So what I want to do that over here I'm showing the value of the tag. Whenever backspace let's go to handle change, and what I want to do that simple thing, if is removing is true, you should not do that. If set tag event.target.value simply sets that, right? What I want if is removing tag, crazy stuff, but let's see what happens. Reload the page, click this, that gets removed. Removing tag is true, by the way. Yeah, if not is removing, for the first time it will not remove that. The second time I should click it should do that. Let's do it again. That's completely gone. Initially I have to do render the value of that, so set edited tag, that gets removed, and then I need the value. So as soon as backspace happens, I'm even setting the value inside that, but the thing is that these two things need to be true, so let's keep them outside. Now let's check this now, reload the page, it is still gone, and then I'm able to write the value. So ultimately whenever I click backspace, the whole tag gets removed. Ultimately I've done my level best. Let's call it here. Like ultimately this particular functionality, things are getting messed up too much. Even the previous one is not bad. Let it be like this only. Maybe later I this particular thing of, and if I actually have a look at that, reload the page, I click backspace, that I can edit that. I can simply click edit and done. I can click backspace, I can remove all the things, then I click and click. Behaves crazily. So everybody, this much it should be. It's actually getting too much slowly, and I thought it could be easy, but it is not. This logic thing. Let's start working it a few steps back. I think the input box is getting selected, that is right. I'm setting is removing. As soon as I clicked backspace, is removing is true. Great. Editing tag, ID I'm setting. That does not need to be here, but I'm setting. And this is the input box that I'm completely removing. By the way, apart from this particular thing, if I just directly select any one of them, what are you doing which technology? Aditya, trying to use React over here and using that, trying to get a functionality implemented. By the way, let's make it simple for now, really simple, not that big, make it that difficult. It needs time, or maybe I need to take the help of AI over here. I can keep it simple for now, like nothing really happens. I can just simply edit them manually, and this is how I can just simply go ahead with the things. So backspace. Is removing last tag. Let's not even worry about the last tag. It's gonna be pretty simple. You can click on the class and that's going to be removed. Forget about last tag and all. Yeah. How much experience you have in development field? The experience can be, I can say 2 years, but for a year I have been consistent and all. So consistency has been for a year. Time has been 2 years. This problem can be solved, but of course for that thing I will have to take the help of AI and all. Right now I'm gonna be keeping my this particular thing really simple. The thing is that I can edit the value, I can enter the value, and then when I click backspace, nothing should happen anywhere. And I can just select that, I can edit the value again inside that, I can cross that, I can edit, select this, I can edit it, and I can select this and I can edit it. And this is how I'm simply going on. And this is gonna be new tag. At least this is enough for now. Later I will be thinking of the things like how can I actually get the things, remaining things implemented. And as soon as I click on backspace, nothing should happen over there. So even let's take care of that. So whenever I'm clicking on the backspace, so over here and I'll click down. Whenever backspace happens, is removing is setting to true. That by the way, backspace functionality later, as simple as that. This is the extra feature that if somebody wants to have, that person can have anyway. But this is not the compulsory thing that I must have that anyway. And when it comes to giving it this color, this thing, so I will be just simply checking one thing, and that is this particular thing, whether the ID is set or not. And if the ID is already editing ID, then I will be just showing that. Let's reload the page. Enter some values, enter, that's done. Let's click on that particular tag, edit that, that's also done. And let's enter again, that's done. Let's cross it, and cross it. Everything is working as expected. Okay, then this particular key, so let's give it the key as well. The thing is that it was getting more and more complex, too much actually. T.id. What I have done really pretty much easy peasy things. I have this overall top level div. Inside the top level div, I have two things. First one is the input box, second one is the span. And this is the input is mainly for the tag. Span is just the cross button. And then lastly I have this particular input box that enters the input not being visible in the eyes. It's like I actually reload the page. It's like this is the remaining space, but if I click on the remaining space, I'm actually getting the option to just edit the things and all. If I click backspace, nothing happens, of course. I have to cross that, and again in the remaining space I have my input. So this is the thing that needs to be there. The screen is not visible, is that so? The screen is not visible. The screen should be visible. Like, is it like, do I need to scale it or something like this? Do I need to zoom in or something? Do you mean that thing? Do you mean that thing? Not meant. Leave it. And this much is done. Let's continue from here on. I actually have to work on many functionalities. Add button, close button. When I add, it should get added. When I close, it should get closed. So just let's close it for now, and let's even work on this particular functionality. That this much is done. That's great. What is the next step? This is the form that I have built. Is removing set is, I'm not even using it. Let's remove it from here. This much I have, and this is the tags input thing, just the tag section. I can go, I can actually close everything. Let's go to what? Editor. Where is that editor? Card never. I can, these are the components anyway, and I can go to my types are these, app is here. Over here I am just simply routing the things. and then I can go to my content. Inside content I have two things. I have my sidebar, I have my card. And when it comes to sidebar is like this, and there is the sidebar on the GUI as well. Let's look at that, what it actually does. This is the sidebar, and let's see whether it's should we apply this thing or should we go with the I have already made a customized sidebar, so either I can go with this one. It doesn't really matter, I can use my own sidebar. That's okay, later on I will be using this. So this particular sidebar is also ready, and then what the YouTube, Twitter, document, article, other. I'm repeating the same code again and again. That's right, what can I do? These sidebars should have their links and all. How you remember all this stuff? I don't remember actually, it's just the logic building thing. When I face a problem, I try to figure out the reason behind that, I try to solve that. So it's like initially things gets hard initially, like we have to remember the things even initially when we get started. Then slowly once you just work on it, and all the code has been written by me, so I know what is happening over here. I know what to change and what will happen and all, and if something bad happens I can debug it. So sidebar is here, that's okay. And let's go to content. And inside the cards I have many cards, and right now I'm just simply showing 4 cards. I have to show them manually too. Inside the cards, if I have a look, what is this thing? A show model button. Am I not showing model button? Let's not worry about that. Inside this card I'm just simply showing the cards, and I have my edit button, and that edit button is over here. Where is that? Come on, this is the edit button. As soon as I click on the edit button, this edit node happens, like this particular function gets triggered. So this is the function that I have created, and it simply makes the model visible. It simply gets the model and makes it visible. How much time required to become full stack developer and to get a job as a fresher? Well, unfortunately I myself don't have a job, so I cannot guarantee that. If you actually wanna really good at it, even 1 year is enough. If you are, because if you are giving all your time, 6 to 7 months are gonna be enough for that. But the thing is that who can give all the time to this web development all the day? So I can say a year. Okay, so what can we do right now? The next thing that I need to do, I have tags. I have many tags over here. I have to even remove that. And what is the next thing that I need to do? The next and pretty simple thing, this is the form that I have, if I'm not wrong. The YouTube, the tag, model, and what I have inside the model, I have my form inside the model, if I'm not wrong. So I have handle change, and at the end of the day I have nothing but my form over there. So what I want, the simple thing is that I'm already inside that. I'm getting the content payload over here. As soon as I click on submit, I should handle submit and send the request to the database. Simple. So const, one more thing, I have my content payload over here. I have my use effect over here. It simply makes it visible. Why does it make it visible by default? Well, I don't need it to be visible, but initially for just testing purpose I needed it. Okay, and once I click on edit, it should appear, and once it appears, one more thing, this is the model for what? This is the model. Let's go to card, inside card, and inside card I have, what is this? This is just a simple card, and then I have many cards. So I have many cards, and even before that I have content. So I have sidebar and I have cards. What I want to do, over here I want to render the model as well. Model, okay, I want to render it. Let's start working. First of all, let's render all the shapes, all the models, and then I will start working on adding them, and then I will start working on the other stuff and all. Why don't you have a job? You can create a application. It's your choice to not to do a job. Well, I'm here to learn many things. It's not like this is just normal thing. These kind of applications to create, you need to be really good at it, especially nowadays. So that's what I'm working on right now. Okay, let's get rid of this thing first of all. Even for getting rid of that thing I need to go to inside cards, and let's go inside card. And right now the use effect that I had, that was inside model actually, so let's get rid of that particular use effect from here on. Let's even comment it for now. And if I just have a look right now at the page, so how it looks like, reload the page, and it is removed. That is a good thing. What can I do? I can just simply remove it directly from here. And as soon as I click on that button, this edit button, ultimately I get the model. I can just close the model, and this is how I'm simply going ahead. What is the next thing? The next thing, the next thing is that I have to render all the shapes the right way, and even before that I should be able to save. So I need to have a button over here for getting that. So let's do that. So what I want, let's go to eraser and look at the design and all that I have to work on with. So a code explanation. I spend lots of time just trying to fix it. I need to add content, share and theme. This is the theme button. This is the logout button. Do I have to have logout over here? This is the share button. Let's have logout at the end. Theme just after that. Share maybe somewhere here. Share means I will be sharing the whole content, whole page, or I can share a particular that too as well. I'll be doing that too. Theme. Let's change the sequence. Let's go to nav bar. Where is nav bar? Nav bar is here, and these are the buttons that I have. Let's keep the logout at the end, and then what am I doing? Flex cap. Okay, so first of all I have share. So I want a logout at the end, theme in the middle, and one more button, and that button is gonna be content. Add content. Add content. Something like this. And let's see how it looks like actually over there. So this is how I got the add content button too. When I click on the add content button, that should get simply removed. By the way, this theme button can be even at the last, exactly at the last. Logout button can be just after that. So theme is gonna be here, logout is here, and add content and other things. Whenever I click on this button, model should appear. I think your salary acceptance is high as a fresher. That's why you don't have a job. I have never applied for a job in my life. I'm just working. I'm just simply focusing on. I still have the things I have to learn about AI and all. So until unless I have learned them, I will not do a job. Otherwise, I will just stuck doing the job and I will not get time to study. So first of all, I want to learn properly and make really good projects. Add content. On click. Handle. Add content. I know doing the job, we learn actually many things, but before even doing the job, I wanna make sure that I'm done with my learnings. Like I have learned enough as much as I can from my own side, and then doing the other stuff and all. Okay, this thing we have done, and now I have to make the model visible. In order to make the model visible, what I have to do? Let's go to model already. Card I was in, and here I had the model, and whenever I clicked on this pencil thing, so I was doing this particular thing. I was getting the element using this and showing the model. So let's just copy and paste the same code over here. Let's go to navbar and paste it here. That means right now I should be getting my model, that is for sure. And what I'm doing over here, that this is the navbar page, and as soon as I click on that, I get the model. See, right? Reload the page. Click on content, and here model appears. You can enter your title, link, you can select the type and all, you can add the tags and all, and just get the things done. One more thing I want to have, that if there are no tags, so I should be saying that no tags yet. Click to enter tags. Okay, so by default, where am I getting the tags from? Tags from cards if I'm not wrong. So here I'm inside the cards, even I don't have tags over here. Let's click on this. Where am I getting the tags from? Content, app, content profile. I'm in 7th September. I'm in my 7th September and only 7 months remaining of my BTech. I'm working on a development. I'm stuck in JavaScript. Should I go for React by skipping just? Unfortunately, no, because if you skip JS, you will not be able to do React well, because in React we use JS only. Don't worry, just stick with that. Learn JS properly, then only do the React. Otherwise, it's gonna be really hard, because React JS is built using JavaScript only. So if you are just going with the React, you will get JavaScript over there. Then you will, but you will come back to JavaScript again. What I want to do, the text that I'm getting. Okay, the model. These are the extra tags that I have. Let's remove these tags from here. And right now I'm not gonna have any tag. And what I want to say that you do not have any tags. That means over here, whenever I'm rendering the tags, where am I rendering the tags? Tags input over here, and at the end I am actually getting the tags content payload. Am I not getting the tags content payload and set content payload? And that content payload I'm getting from the model. I need to use context providers so that I'm actually able to manage the things. Right now they are being scattered, but that's okay. I have content payload over here. Inside content payload I have these many things. What I want to do, that I wanna set the content payload. That is right, and this content payload will get the value from there as well. That is also right, like from the database side. So I can go here, and whenever I'm showing the inputs in here, I can actually do one thing, that if it exists then show it, if it does not exist then do something else. So this is the overall condition that I have. Cut it from here, and what I want to say that content payload that I'm getting dot, it will have tags, and then if tags dot, there will be length or something. So there will be the length of the tag. If length is greater than or equals to 1, greater than 0, in that case I have to just do something, or I have to do something. How to master JS? I always forget the syntax of doing the things, and everything goes blank while doing the thing. Simple. The thing is that you must be following a teacher, right? So, and that teacher must be making you make the codes, the teacher must be making projects. Try to remake those projects. Do not move to the next concept. If teacher has made something in the class, remake that on your own without taking the help of the code again. So first of all, take the help of your teacher and remake the things. This way, if you keep doing that, remaking the things over and over on your own, teacher helped you make, then you remade. So this way you will start getting the things easily. It will take time, but yeah, you will be back on track, and then you will start getting the confidence and all. If it is greater than equals to 0, then I will be rendering this. Otherwise I will say that I will just render a paragraph. This is something that worked for me. I hope it will work for you as well. Like, remake the same projects. Do not move to the next concept. Nothing, no tags available. Just a sec. Okay. I'll have to add one more logic, or I can say, let's go with this only. If there are no tags, I will be doing something else. I will be giving the placeholder to the input box. Come on. Like this. And what I can do that, if there are no tags, then there are no tags are going to be visible, of course. So even I can give it a comment, tag text, and I can say it will have a placeholder. It does not have a placeholder yet, so I can say placeholder, enter here to add a tag, enter to add a tag. As simple as that. Let's check this thing out. Let's give the content, and right now I'm getting enter to add a tag. And if I add a tag like new tag, and new tag, and it's even visible, at least that input box is there. I know where to click. Another, and new, and this is how I'm just simply going ahead. Ultimately I'm able to add that. Again, the thing is that I'm getting this particular placeholder over here, and because of that thing I'm able to see exactly where to click and where not to click. So that is a great thing. And okay, what can be done next? Once I have solved this particular thing, the next thing is that content payload. This is the content. I have three things inside that. I have my model, I have my sidebar, I have my cards. Let's work on this sidebar functionality as well. The functionality is going to be something like this inside. Let's go inside this, and I have these many things inside this. And what I want to do that const is sidebar open, and set is sidebar open, and by default that's gonna be true. Ultimately use state. I will make the sidebar not open. Let's make it false. So by default sidebar is not going to be open, and I wanna give it some design. Let's cut the whole thing from here. Cut the whole thing, and I can even give it design like this. And one thing I wanna make dynamic over here, like this one, left 64. So what I want to say that is sidebar open. If sidebar is open, in that case do something, otherwise do something. You are using Tailwind CSS Bootstrap. Well, Bootstrap I'm not using, but I'm using Tailwind CSS. Yeah. Bootstrap I hardly use that. Like I don't know people. Initially I learned Bootstrap. It's not like I don't know. I just need to go through the documentation and all. I forgotten, that is right. I used it many months ago, so I need to go through the documentation for now. But yeah, I can use that if I need. And mainly we divide the Bootstrap has 12 blocks, right? We divided that Bootstrap layout in 12 blocks, and then we get the stuff done. Okay, close it. And the sidebar, I'm not getting the sidebar yet, so let's make it true for now. And once it is true, I should be getting the sidebar. And here I'm getting the sidebar. Sidebar looks crazy, and what I want that I only want to hide these values when sidebar is false. I still want to get this particular icon. So what can I do even when it comes to this? So these are the things that I have, and I can actually keep them inside another div. I can wrap them, so they are wrapped right now. And what I can say that class name, and they are gonna be, again they will be taking this particular thing. So is a sidebar open, make it a responsive. That is already responsive actually. Like this particular website is already responsive. I made that. I'll show you that. Is the sidebar open? If sidebar is open, in that case I have to make them block, otherwise I have to make them hidden. Let's see whether it works or not. Reload the page. Crazy stuff, really crazy. What I want that if sidebar is open, that they are blocked. Oh, they can be flex in that case. Let's see this thing now. Flex. Okay, that's bad. What was I doing earlier at the top? Flex column. Copy this whole thing from here. Use this particular thing over here. That is needed because I want to give it the style and all. And right now they don't look good. What else can I do? Shadow, rounded, BG. Let's give it a width full to this particular thing. Class name. This is will have not directly like this. Yeah, this is bad. Let's make it like this and give it a condition like this, and then inside this I have to add the class. Width is going to be full for this one at least. Let's see how it looks like right now. So yeah, not bad. Now this is what I wanted. And the next thing is that when I actually make it false, if it is true, that's okay, they should be visible. If I make it false, then let's see what happens. And right now that's gone. Reload the page. Yeah, that is obviously that will definitely happen. So what I want that let's remove this particular thing from here. And now let's have a look at the result. Result looks like this. I want to give it a width minimum in that case. By default width is 60. So what I want that is a sidebar open. In that case, give it the same width, like 60 width, this much. Otherwise width is gonna be minimum. Let's try this thing out now, and it looks like this. Okay. I can actually move it to the right, and I can have some more options over here. That's gonna be even better. Let's do this thing. Right now I'm giving it px2 padding x. How about the padding over here? I must be giving it. I'm just simply returning the thing. So absolute bottom top, bottom 0, top 0. How about the left is 0? Let's make it left 0 as well. How does it look like? It looks just like that. Okay, it already has the padding, so left can be -5 or something. I want to make it close to the corner. Well, this is not bad actually. If it is like this, I can click on it, then it will be visible and all. And as for this particular thing, so I will be giving it some width and all. Or one more thing, I can actually give some padding over here, and I can keep this particular icon over here. When I click on the icon, the model should appear. Okay, let's try this thing. Let's just keep the icon on the top, at the top. That means I must be giving it the height as well. That is top, bottom 0. So if I just remove bottom 0, what will happen? It's going to be looking like that. And that's exactly what I want. It should just be looking like this, pop-up type something. If I click on it, the whole thing should appear. That's not bad actually. I can give it some extra width and all, or I can just move it a little up, and for that thing I can say that's gonna be minus, top is gonna be around 5 or something. Let's try this thing out now. It looks there like that. And as for the padding y, am I giving padding y over here? Looks like I'm not. So px is here, that's okay. P5. So by default I will not be giving p at all. Let's see what happens now. So it looks like that. I need to give it some padding for sure. So let's move it a little below, and below in the sense that's gonna be around 3 or something. So it is like that, and then I can give it some design and all, like padding. So px I have already given. Let's give it py. Py is gonna be 3 around, and right now it looks like this. If I hover over it, it becomes this, and that's great. And once this particular thing is done, whenever I should click on it, the sidebar should appear. And for making the sidebar appear, I'll have to do something. So if sidebar is open, then let's make sidebar true now. So sidebar is gonna be true, and whatever design I will give, that will apply to that only. So sidebar is like this right now. So what I want to say, do right now, that if sidebar is open, width is gonna be 60, that is right, and bottom is gonna be 0, that is also right. Padding is gonna be 5, that is also right. Let's try this thing out right now and reload the page, and it looks like this. One more thing, it should have left and left should be 0. How about this right now? Reload the page, and it looks like this, pretty good. Then if I can click on it, it will collapse. Let's try this thing. I need a function. Whenever I click on what? Whenever I click on this particular icon over here, and cursor pointer, this is the div. Great job. Whenever I click on this particular thing over here, so on click handle sidebar collapse, something like this, and I have to collapse the sidebar as soon as I click on this particular icon. So let's create a function for that. So this is gonna be like this. Once it is clicked, what I have to say, set is sidebar open to false, and not only that, just make it opposite. So I will get the previous value. Once I got the previous value, I will return just opposite of that. As simple as that. Any problem? Yeah, just make it an arrow function over here like this, and sidebar collapse. Okay, it should work right now. Let's try it. Reload the page. By default it is like this. It's gone, it came back, it's gone. Okay, crazy stuff. One more thing that I want, by default I wanna make it just false like this. So if I just take this thing right now, so it looks like this. I have just one pop-up type something at the right left corner. If I click on it, it simply appears. If I click on it again, it goes back, appears, goes back, appears, goes back, and then I have all these options. What else do I get? I like this feature. Okay, as for the responsiveness, I think it's already responsive. Let me try it. I'm actually using Grid, so it is quite responsive. So it is just going on like this, and I think this is well enough. Well, I'm yet to tackle these things, like when I just go to the phone screen. At that time these buttons are causing the issue. I will be fixing them, but the remaining things are okay. Don't you think so? So this particular thing is done. What is the next step? The next step is that okay, let's get rid of this. As soon as I click on add button, this model appears, right? And then I should be able to add the values. Okay, interesting stuff. I have to add that. Let's see. Add the. So what I want. Let's go to inside cards. I have many cards inside it, and okay, let's not worry about that too. Let's go to content, and inside the content I have model, I have my cards, and I have my sidebar. And where do I have the navigation? Let's even remove this particular thing from here, not problem. And when it comes to navigation, so even before this I'm not sure whether it should be here or not. Let's keep it. Let's go to app first of all, and inside this app I have my layout. Inside my layout I have my navbar, I have my outlet, I have my footer. What I want is that and how about the model? Let's click on the model over here, and I'm keeping it absolute, and it is absolute to what? It can be absolute to anything, that does not really matter. And when it comes to this particular thing, let's go to layout, and when I click on model appears. What I have to do, the thing is that I can actually give it the values and it will render those values, and I will have to give it the values anyway. That means I need to have content payload anyhow. Okay. As soon as I click on the form, I can edit, I can send that, but the thing is that how will I render all the tags? So first of all I will have to render all the content that I have. How will I render the content? And for rendering the content, I need to create a context provider right now, because I'm inside my content right now, and I can have the context provider here. Then I will have to send it to cards, then I will have to render the things over here, and maybe I will have to set my edit that, so I will have to do that too. So it's better to create a context provider. Question is how we can create a context provider for it. Gonna be easy, I think. Components are here, layouts is here, pages are here, types are here. What I want to do next, I want to create context. Okay, contexts or context, what is the right name? Contexts. Yeah, I want to create contexts. What kind of context? Context for content. So content provider is gonna be that. So the context is going to be for content, like not a file again, rather a folder. So let's click on context, click on content. This is how you have to go ahead, and inside content I have to create some files. First one is gonna be content provider .tsx, and I'll have to take help of my previous projects. I have my content provider. What else I need to have over here? Using React. Content provider. Content context. What about the naming? Let's take the help of the previous projects. I must have them on GitHub or something. Forgot the naming and all. I hope I will get them. Otherwise, I will have to go to my more projects and all. Let's go to repositories. Over here, can something help me? Draw app deployment, Docker, BMS, deploy, CD, CI, suggesting, CD, cohort projects, working projects. So many of them. Where can I get it? A project where I actually worked on front-end as well as back-end. That can be the to-do application that I recently created. Do I have that over here? To-do deployment. I didn't create. No, it can never be here. Or maybe, who knows? Click on apps. Click on web. Click on app. And I don't have. Okay, context provider. Let's search it. Not here actually, rather in the main page, and that's gonna be context provider. Not found. Provider. Functions installable MERN provider. I have used it over here. Caller mode provider. Let's try this thing out. Jump to this one. Okay, so this is where I have used providers, but really bad way to use providers. This is how I don't use them. So what can I do next? The next thing is that search it again. I'll actually have to go to my code and all. Provider. There was a better way. Let's go. Color provider, color mode provider. Ultimately, only one thing has provider over here. Color mode provider, UI and all. And let's get rid of this thing. Let's open Control E. Sorry, Window E. Projects. Where do I need to go? The question is that context providers. Projects by me, e-commerce store, front end, nothing is here. Blog website, just back end is here. To do have React.js, source, context, to do context is here, to do provider is here, and I think this is fine. I mean, I can go with this. So I have theme context. I hope I'm already using TS over here, so I can just take the help of this. Open it. First of all, I have to create this. Okay, that's obvious. I have to create oh my god. Too much. Never mind. Let's start working on this thing step by step. First of all, I have to do contexts. and then to do provider, and then use provider, use context. So ultimately what I want over here in my real application, first of all I have content provider, that is okay, and content context to do context, content context. So let's even create that. Just gonna be content context dot ts only right now, and then I will have another one called use content. Yeah, use content or use context. Don't know. How can I even forget these things here? It's been a long time. The thing is that I want to organize it the better way, and that better way is like there are good names for the files. I'm not remembering the names. Blog website, auth.next.js, nothing is going to be here for sure. Auth.next.js, what? Providers, are they gonna be here? No. E-commerce, there's nothing. Blog website, nothing. So where can I find something? Projects, .base, no. Authentication, auth by me, AIML, not. Nothing. Can I have something that I need? Digital projects. React, 20 projects, let's check that. Learning, Chakra, come on. Code. I will not find anything. Same website. Will I find something? Front end. Source and there's nothing. Okay, I don't have any other way except going with the current approach. I should just keep the things in mind, like I need to organize. Radhe Radhe. Hello Amit Yadav. What should be the next name? Let's take the help of AI. I have content context, content provider, and what should be the next name? I have content provider.tsx and content context.ts, and I want to create another file that will contain the code for use context. What should be the name of it? Wow, I'm getting stuck with the naming thing. I need to have the right name actually. It should be like use content or use context, something like that. Let's see. I think it could be use content. The recommended name is use content context. File defines the hook use content context. So it's obvious this is custom hook using context type to content context. Okay, not bad. Let's do it. Let's name it use content context.ts. Why am I creating 3 files when I can go with the one? Because it's better. Okay, let's create the context provider, RAFCE. This thing is done. Let's get rid of this particular thing from here. What is the next thing that I have to do? This context provider I have to create a context first. So export default context is equal to what? Create context. I will be getting it from React, something like this, and then what else? It will have some values inside this. So when it comes to create context, what all will it contain? Create context, like the context that I have created. Let's give it content and set content, but again I gotta give it the type and all. But before that, can I just can't find name context? Let's do one thing. Let's make it const right here, just const, and I can export it. So export default context what can it be the name of it when I'm actually exporting that. So that can be content context, content let's name it yeah content context and let's give it the name. This is how it's gonna be going ahead, and now I gotta give them the type. Content is gonna be what? Content is gonna be type of an array, and set content is going to go what? Set content is going to be dispatch, even not just dispatch, dispatch. Wow. Let's name it tsx. It should be ts anyway. It's just gonna be a function, and gonna return void for now, and expression expected. Sorry, how about this? This is how it's gonna be going on. Alright, so mainly giving it the value, and also even I have to give it the type. Okay, as for the values over here, I'm just simply making it a function that does something ultimately, or I can even do it like this, just simply that is a function, and should do the job. What is the next thing that I have to do? Let's go to context provider over here, and first of all I will get my context. So const I will already get that. Once I got that, help. What am I doing? First of all, I have to do provider over here. Before that, I have context, and the context name is to do context. And what I'm doing over here, first of all, I have the types, and after that, I have the other things. That's okay. And use to do. Well, okay, that's all right. I can use that anytime. Let's go here. Over here, I'm just simply importing that. I'm getting all the children and all. And once I got all the children and all, then to do context provider that I'm actually getting from there, and then to do context provider. To do context provider. Oh, just a sec. Dot provider. Let's try it. So I'm inside this. First of all, this is the content content provider or context provider. Even I have to check that thing out. What is the right name? That is the to do provider. That is content provider. That's great. And I can say that I will get all my children over here. children. The type of those children is gonna be children, and the type is gonna be React Node. So at least this thing is okay. Inside when I'm returning them, so I will actually return all the children. So children, whatever. And instead of having a div over here, I will have a content context dot provider like this one, and same thing over here, context text dot provider. Done. And what will it do? First of all, it will have some values inside it. So ultimately it will have const interesting stuff. I will save the values over here. I will save the content that I get from the backend side. So I can make it a content and set content something like this, and use state. What will I get from the backend side? I will get an array of what? An array of the objects and all. Even I can give it the type. I hope I have the type. Nodes. Sorry, not. I do not have a type. I think I haven't created yet. Types. Let's check this thing. Content types. And I have created the content. I have title, content types, title, link, types and all. But this is not enough, because content will actually have the ID as well. Got that? Because I'm getting the content from the database side. ID, that's gonna be object ID. So types from Mongoose, but Mongoose is not installed here. Crazy stuff. That is gonna be Mongoose type. Let's install Mongoose first of all. npm just npm install Mongoose. I'm installing Mongoose just for the type. Crazy. But yeah, I think I have to do that. Anyway, so this thing is done, and ID is going to be types from mongoose dot object id. So I got the id, I got the title, link, type, tags, and not only this, let's go to backend side, have a look at the types that I have created over here. And I got so many things. Content types .ts, this is the type that I have on the backend side. So ultimately I will be using the same thing over here. So I can copy and paste this stuff, can't I? I should definitely do that. Control C and where is the type section? Let's collapse this backend section. There are so many things inside that, and come to this type that I have created, content type dot whatever, and over here paste it here, content type. Let's get rid of this at least. I already have that. Link type, Twitter, YouTube, document, article, and all. So I can say this particular section will be type or something. Even let's get rid of this for now. What I can do, that I have this type. What is this type? The type of the link type, right? So let's name it link type. I will get many errors, I know. I will be fixing them. So let's give it the link type over here, and remove mongoose from here. And I have the content over here. I have to remove this particular thing as well. Once this thing is done, this is going to be the content type, and content type. Okay, let's get the types from mongoose, and done. Anything else? I got my content type. Once I got my content type, I'm simply exporting it. Before doing this, type is equal to type content. When it comes to content, contents, not content, contents is gonna be contents type. That's gonna be an array of content type. Now I can export both of them from here. Interesting stuff, crazy, really crazy actually, but can't really do anything. I have to just continue from here on. This is the type of the content, and this is going to be the type of the contents that I will get in the form of an array. So let's go here. I will name it contents. I will name it set contents, and in all, I will give it the type. The type is going to be what? The type is going to be contents type. That's fine, and it will get that content. What is the next thing? And I have to give it the value. The value will be in the form of an object, and I have to just send contents, and I have to send set contents from here. Content I'm getting, wow, crazy stuff. Contents, it's saying that that's not available. Really? Click on this. I'm here. This is going to be the content type. That means these are the things. So object literal may only specify known properties, but contents does not exist in type. Content never. Set a content this. Let's make it an array, and it should be done. Oh, sorry. By the way, contents type is already an array, so I don't need to worry about that. And if I don't give it any value, even that should be fine. So let's give it an array. The problem is that I'm getting the context provider. This context provider should have the same. This context provider should have content type. Content type. By the way, when it comes to the ID, so I will make it optional. So let's go to the types over here. This ID is going to be optional over here, mainly because and even this date and all, I want to set these things, this link type, tag object, user ID, and these are the things are gonna be just optional. Whether I will mention them or not, that doesn't really matter, but let's keep them as optional over here. I will not be setting the ID anyway. So this thing is done. Content type. Okay, then when it comes to content type, so now To do context type, ultimately this is how I have the things over here. I have to create the type for it separately. So to do context type, let's even do that. So in the types I can have content, context dot type dot ts, something like that. Crazy stuff. Is this how I just name the things? The name is gonna be in capital letters or something. To do types. Inside to do types I have all these types. So how about keeping the everything just content type inside content type? So inside this I have content type, I have tag type, and tag is going to be used there for sure. So tag can be id, tag can be string, and here we go. I do not have a, I have tag id. That's gonna be array of objects, okay. And ultimately if I just pass that, then that will have id as well as the tag, so it will do the job. And what else? Export one more thing from here, maybe at the bottom. Export, and that's gonna be of course type or something. Export interface, content context type, okay. And that's gonna be what? First of all, I will have content inside this, and the content type is gonna be just, I will have contents inside this, not even the content. I have contents, and it will have the type called contents type, and I will have set contents inside this, and the type of this is going to be dispatch, and set state action, and then what, and the contents type contents. It will take ultimately an array, right? So let's make it like this. So context context type, let's make it, give it a type, like okay, this is a type, come on. And once this thing is done, then how about this? What is the problem over here? The can't find, okay, can't find. How about this? Okay, then I have contents, I have set contents. Easy peasy. So I have created the context, and I have given it the type, and I'm simply telling that it will have two things. It will have content and it will have set content. These are the two things that matter the most at the end of the day, and I'm simply exporting it from here. Once this thing got so many files I have opened, but never mind. And then after that, once this thing is done, then what I want to do that content context, I have done that. Let's go to context provider, and inside context provider, what I'm saying that I'm getting the context provider, and I'm giving the value contents and set contents. That's pretty much fine, and simply returning the children and all, and great job. What next can I do? What next? I'm already simply returning them directly from here. That is actually not bad. Yeah, that's not bad actually. Let's go with that. And what else? Inside this, use content context, export. What will I be naming it? Naming is the biggest problem. The thing is that that is why you need to have a good project that actually has good naming things, so that when you actually work on it, you don't get confused with that. By the way, the naming thing, use context, contents. So export default use contents, and that's gonna be equals to, that will be actually a function, and that will be returning use context, and this use context will take what, context provider. So context, what it takes, provider or the context. I think the context itself, but let's see. It simply takes the context. That's right. So this particular thing is done. By the way, I cannot export it directly like this, so import default use contents, something like this. By the way, I will be making the naming better. This should be contents context, unfortunately, because I will have more than one contents. Then use contents context, contents. I'm making it context because I already have the content. Content is gonna be inside the contents. Notes context. This thing is crazy. How can I even make it easier? Content means all the content, right? Then content is going to be an array that will actually contain the things. That's okay, it's gonna be fine. So I'll have to even change some of the things. Instead of saying it use I will be saying it use content only, and the content will be the array that will actually contain the remaining things, like it will contain the post and all. So this is the thing. And when it comes to working with the types and all, so I have to even check that thing. So over here, what I'm saying that I have content type. This is the content type that I have, but I can name it better. Inside content I will have what? Inside content I will have cards. So I can name it card type, or they can be kind of, come on here. I have two things. I have contents as well as I have contents. Contents means there are going to be many contents. Content means there's going to be just simple content. Not getting a better way. Let's take the help of AI this time again with the naming things. I have an array. I am getting an array of contents from the backend. What should be the name of the provider? Okay, let's see. I need to work on my naming skill. Naming contents provider. Well, it's giving me that content scan. I thought it wasn't good, but it is good. Okay, never mind. Let's go with that. Use content first. Make it contents right now, and the name of these things are gonna be like contents context, and then the second one is gonna be contents provider, yeah, and then use contents context, or use contents, as simple as that. Let's even remove this particular context thing from here. Just use contents. We'll simply use the contents. Simple. Okay, this much we have done. Any problem as such? Let's go inside the components. I have many issues over here. We'll figure them out. This much is done. What I'm doing, first of all, I have the content context, then I got I created the provider, then I have the use contents. Okay, that's great. Let's close everything for now, and let's go inside the app.tsx, and even before main.tsx, and inside this what I want that I want to use my contents provider. Am I not exporting that? Yeah, let me check that once. Contents provider, export. Okay, this is, name it better, contents provider. And I hope I'm not messing with the naming things. Contents context, like this, contents context, and over here when I import that, so I have to import contents context. I have to import this. That means I can get rid of it like this. Okay, seems to be better. Let's go to main again, and inside this I have to use my provider. So contents provider is something that I'm gonna be using over here, and the app is gonna be inside that. Done. Okay, this way I will be able to access the values anywhere. Good job. What is the next thing? And the next thing is that I actually have to add the values. Okay, adding the values, and as soon as I add the values, I have to set the values as well. By the way, whenever the page reloads, first of all, I have to get the values from the backend side too, though there can be no values right now, but let's see. what I want that I can go to my content. Even before that, let's go to the contents provider, and what I want, whenever the page reloads, at that time I have to get the values from the backend side, and then I have to set those values over here. Okay, let's see it. Use effect, and this particular thing, empty dependency. What I want, that simple thing, I want to get the content from my backend side. So let's go to backend now, and let's see whether I'm returning that from it there or not. So I have source. Inside my source I have controllers. Inside my controllers I have my content controller.ts. Inside that I have something called get contents, right? And this get content simply used for getting the contents, but even for getting the contents I need to be authenticated. If I'm not authenticated, I will not get it. Crazy stuff. It is obvious. I need to make sure that I'm an authenticated user. Okay. Turns out that I will have to implement the sign up page first. Then only I will be able to authenticate myself. And I haven't created the sign up page yet. Can I do some crazy stuff over here? I want to get the content, and I want to make sure that it does not authenticate me. Let's comment this particular part for now, because over there contents, I'm finding the content with the help of the user ID. Crazy. Can I even remove this particular thing for now? Just like this much. I can say have a comment, add user ID over here. It's just for testing purpose, something like this. I'll come back and then fix this thing, not a problem. Why am I doing it even? Because I want to get all the content on the client side, ultimately React. Okay, so let's go there. Let's go to front end. Inside front end, let's go to source. Inside source, let's go to alrighty. So inside this I can go to what? I can go to providers. Where are the providers? Inside the content I have this provider over here. What I want over here, I want to simply make a request to my backend. Interesting, but I can do. Const response is equal to await. Await. How will I use await? Let's create a function. So const get contents, that's gonna be equals to a function. Inside that function I will get my stuff done, and I will ultimately call that get contents. I will call it here, and the remaining things are gonna be done inside that. Okay, let's make it an async function so that I can actually use that. And let's go ahead. So what I want to do over here, simple, make a request to the backend and get the data. Const gonna be using directly fetch over here. I can use Axios. I will be using Axios maybe for sign up and all. Let's use fetch over here. So const response await fetch. I wanna fetch the data. From where do I wanna fetch the data? I want to fetch the data from where? Let's open Postman right now. I must have the URL over there. Allow it. What is the URL for the Brainly application that I created? The URL is this, like localhost 3000. Let's do that. HTTP. Even I can save it in a constant variable, but never mind. Localhost 3000. And hello, bro. AC5918. What does this? Monkey type. Monkey type. devmonkeytype.com. What is this? Are you just typing what? The challenge or something? I won't be able to type. I'm sorry, because I'm busy with the project. Type state. I cannot type even. I have opened this on my laptop. I'm sorry, I cannot type. That this thing is opened on my laptop actually, the thing you sent me. But mainly I'm working on this particular project, so it's not good idea to just get distracted. HTTP localhost 3000, and I will be getting the messages. How will I be getting the messages? Even I need to check. I can go to my Postman. I have mentioned everything over there. So when it comes to getting the contents, getting the contents, so I get the contents from here, API v1 and this. Let's copy the whole thing and slash. Let's paste it over here. So localhost 3000 API v1 contents. I will get the content. And what else? By the way, I need to set a sub. Bro, it's okay to take a little break. Sorry, I cannot do that. I don't have lots of time for it. I just have 40 more minutes for this Brainly application. After that, I will have to switch to another thing. HTTP localhost and this. What can I do now? First of all, if I have cookies on my front end side, I have to even send the cookies so that it can be verified. Oh my god. When I'm getting the content, I'm even verifying them, like whether the user is logged in or not. It's gonna take 30 seconds max. I know that's gonna take 30 seconds, but my mind will be completely switched from coding to typing. The thing is that where is the route? You are already good at typing. Why are you really don't have that much time? I have that much time, but it's all about focus. Content route. Whenever I'm getting the contents, over here I get contents, I'm actually authenticating it. Come on, that means I'll actually have to change many things. It's better to do one thing. First of all, let's implement sign up and sign in function, signing thing on the client side, and then get the remaining things done. Otherwise, this is how I will actually have to change many things, and that I don't want. Even I change the few things over here, because everything is properly set up, so it's better to just go with the flow rather than changing the things just for some extra things. So user ID, so this thing is done, and right now let's go to the front end. It actually looks like this, not bad. What the hell? That's stopped. Close everything, and over here just collapse everything, and I can go to my front end and I can get the stuff done. Let's turn the open front end, cd front end, npm run dev. Let's get sign in and sign up page, and then after that I will first of all get that functionality implemented, and then I will get the contents and all. So how can I get that particular thing implemented? And over there I'm doing something crazy. Vipendra. Slash auth slash sign up. Well, this is the sign up page that I have. There's nothing right now inside this. Have to take care of many things. This is not gonna be a small project at all, especially when I have added those many features. Okay, so what I have to do right here, I have to go to source, I have to go to app.tsx. Let's just get rid of it. And over here I have auth page. The thing is that the path is auth. I wanna make the path like this, and I hope it will work. I'm not sure about this particular thing. Yeah, it works. I'm able to get the sign up things and sign up and all, everything directly over there. So what I want that this is the route, and I can even remove this particular part from here, and I can just simply keep it indexed. But so will it be good? No, it's not. How about just keeping it like this? Will I get the sign up page? Yes. So let's get rid of this particular thing from here. So I have this route, and inside this route I have the sign up and login paths. So that's okay. And what the thing that I want to do for it is customize it as per the need. Okay, I will be customizing it. The thing is that in the sign up section I'm getting the auth page. In the login section I'm also getting the auth page. Let's go to auth page, and let's keep some things over here, auth page and all. So something like this, and this is visible over here. And what I want just a sec. Over here this is the layout that I have. Inside this layout, I'm actually giving it minimum screen height, flex column, okay, and flex one. So it is taking the everything. So ultimately this is going to be outlet, footer and nav bar there. That's okay. No need to worry about it. I have to just worry about the sign up, like design part. And I have a reference for that. I just created it earlier before just getting started. This is how it's gonna be going on. Theme button, I already have those things. I don't need to worry about it. I need to have sign up and login page like this. I actually need to toggle them. So let's do it. This is gonna be the title, input, and everything else. What all do I need for signing in? User, sign up. Okay, so I need to, role is optional over here. I can just send these many things: name, email, password, and confirm password when I'm actually signing up. And when I'm logging, what then? When I'm actually logging in, at that time just email and password. Interesting. So let's do it. Gonna be too much, I know. It's obvious. And one more thing, can I actually get the path? Because if I'm able to get the path of the URL actually, then in Next.js it is possible. Next.js provides it. Next.js has some hooks, and with the help of those hooks, you can easily get the paths. In React.js, is this possible? Let's go here, and I want to get the path of it. Is this possible? Let's check this thing out. How to get the current URL path in React.js. React current full URL with React and all. Okay. Okay, gonna be using window over here. Window.location.path name. Okay. What do you feel like? You are really good at and is front end or back end? Is it front end or back end? I'm good at none. Neither of them. I'm here to learn many things. But I don't find it challenging. I don't find challenging any, like, initially they were challenging, now both of them are getting easier to work with. So it's just like to work with the things. Challenging? No, they are not. Front end is easy. I'm learning Next.js as well. For me, both of them are easy. Or if they are not easy, I'm gonna make them easier. I don't find them hard. At least right now. I know things are taking time. I take lots of time to just make the projects, but ultimately it's not like I find them hard or something. Slowly things are getting easier. Initially everything was really literally hard for me. I even wanted to give up. I never wanted to learn coding initially because it was hard. Then okay, now things are easy now. Origin name. Okay, let's check this thing out. href returns full path with the domain name. Okay, returns window URL. Okay, origin, and returns relative path without the domain name, and I just need that path name. So let's try this thing out. CLG window dot design is handled by UI UX designers. I will learn that. If you don't have design, don't try to make one. Use a toolkit like Stitch by Google. Just describe what you want. It creates a great design, and you can export. Oh, so many things. You can just describe, and you can export it to Figma. In real jobs, you get a Figma file. Your task is to build it pixel perfect. Figma shows all CSS values, padding, margin, fonts, colors, and you extract images from there. Learning to convert a Figma website pixel perfect is very important. Learning to convert a Figma website pixel perfect is very important front-end skill. Stitch, thank you. Again, I'll be able to open it only on my laptop. Great thing, by the way. Stitch design with AI. Getting a call. Who's calling me right now? Just a sec, I'll be back. back by the way. Design at the speed of AI. Wow, it simply designs. Interesting, yeah. Didn't know that AI does this kind of job too. I knew that AI does this kind of job, but didn't know any particular website. Great, thank you very much. I'll be digging deeper into it. But right now, as this is created, so let's go with this. Okay, what is the problem? Window dot location dot path name. Path name. Let's try this thing out. One more thing. One, two, three. Alrighty, let's continue from here on. And what can I do next? Is to just simply check whether I'm getting that value or not. Okay, getting a call again. Just a sec. I have just removed the screen sharing screen right now because I just got a work to do. Let me get that done and then I'll be going on from here on. Okay. I hope I will get that. I just hope that I didn't delete that. I had a PDF and turns out I deleted that or what? I'm gone if I have deleted that. Will I find that? I hope. What? Nothing is gonna happen just by hoping, but let's see. Let's save it over here. I hope that's the one. Let's open that particular pane. So this is how it is. We got that PNG at least. Okay, that was not the PDF file, rather a PNG. Only black screen is visible. Yeah, I know that. I just turned it off for now because I have just sent some files. Spoken English, MS skills with operating system. 6 months. Just a minute, I'll be just turning it on again. Let me send it. That's gonna be this. And, okay, that's good. That's done. Now I can just start sharing the things and all again. Sorry for that. Just got something important to do suddenly. Alrighty. So right now, what do I have to do? First of all, let's start sharing the screen, and like this. Right now, I hope that's visible to you guys, and let's continue from here on. And yeah, so this was it that I was busy doing. And let's get rid of this. And the result part was here. Let's keep it on the right side and get the things done. Alrighty, so what I was working on, that was the sign up page. So yes, IGLPUP, sign up. Sign up is just like this right now, and I can just work on the things. By the way, I mainly wanted the Windows location to just check whether I get that or not. So let's click console and see it. Reload the page, and I get /sign up. Open the link, bro. I have already opened it on my laptop. What is the use of opening it over here? As for like using it, I will be using it later on. Right now it's not really possible for me to use. TypeScript failed, get contents. Yeah, I know that get content failed. Ultimately I'm getting /sign up, and then slash if I just do / login for all the projects you are gonna. This is important for all the projects you are gonna build. It's okay that you sent me the link. I will check that out. I mean, is it a compulsion to just check it right now or something? So ultimately I got because nothing is more important than this current thing, because I just have how much 20 minutes for this project. That is it. After that I will have to stop working on it completely if I don't do it right now. Let's get rid of this thing, and I will be getting the path name. So const path name, and that's gonna be set path name. By the way, I don't even need to set the path name. I will directly be getting the path name, and once I'm actually getting the path name, I can just simply show that. Okay, so I don't need to worry about it. By the way, two things are gonna be here. First of all, this particular section, sign up or sign in, that means I have to check window dot location location. Come on yaar, at least I can do it today. Location dot path name if that's triple equals to /sign up. Do this. You have to just render. Where am I at this? Render this. In else case, you have to check the thing is that this AI generates all the pages designed like auth, screen, dashboard, login, etc. I don't want to actually take the help of AI much, especially when I'm learning. Even if I'm having to build the things manually, that is fine for me. I mainly want to take the help of AI when I'm actually able to build the websites, really good websites. At that time I will take the help of AI, and then I will build them. But first I want to learn rather than taking the help of AI, but I will definitely check this thing out. Const path name. I hope, I mean, definitely it is like worth using, but the thing is that if you are really good at doing that thing on yourself, and then if you are taking the help of AI, you will be able to make the things better. Bro, it design, not code. I want to be good at design as well. Isn't it a good idea? I just wanna open up my mind for the design too. Like, this is also a skill, like being good at design. Even if I can do that, use that design and convert it to code. I will. Location dot path name. That's how a front end works. Yeah, that is how a front end works. But ultimately, design is created. That UI UX is created by somebody. Maybe by AI or something else. But ultimately, that is created, right? What is the problem over here? Can I use directly path name here? Path name, sign up, give. And the next thing that I want to check that path name triple equals to /login and if that's equals to that, then I will be rendering a div, and that will be like div, otherwise another div. Okay, ultimately, yeah, okay, designing is a whole another skill. It takes a lot of to become a good designer. I can at least become an average designer. If I cannot become, I don't even have a goal to become a good designer. At least I should have the knowledge how the things work in the design. I don't have any goal to be the professional one, but at least the average designer who can just think like that should be enough for me. Signing up, logging in, and again once you know the things and then taking the help of AI, at that time I think it's gonna be better. Like it can actually be more, you can actually be able to do better things if you actually know the stuff that you are working with. Wrong path name. Okay, let's try this thing out right now. So right now I'm inside the login, so I'm logging in, and if I go to sign up, sign up, I'm signing up. But this is the section that's being shown, that's great. And just above that, not only this particular thing. Okay, what can I do next? Which app is Braille clone? Oh, I forgot. Which app is Braille clone? I forgot. Second brain. Yeah, I think that second brain, that is called the one. I have to get it in the middle. So let's do one thing. Flex, justify, center, items, center, item center, hide full. Auth page. It already has the hide full. So justify center, item center. Let's give it BG red for 300 for now, so that I'm able to just see the changes and all. It's like that. Great stuff. I can give it a height full and width full. Well, this height thing is not working. That means it's not taking the height. Interesting. It's not taking the height. Great job. If it is not taking, let's make it flex 1, and it's gonna take now. Okay, let's remove this particular thing from here. And this is the thing that I'm getting at least in the middle of the page. What I need to do, if once I got it in the middle of the page, then I have to just get other things done. And those things are first one, I will have a div, and I will have another div too. Inside that div I will put all these things. Control V. Once this particular section is done, inside this particular div I will have 2 buttons. Let's make them button or something multiplied by 2. And the first one is gonna be sign up, and the second one is gonna be login. Login. As simple as that. So I have here, let's do one thing. Wrap them inside a div, and class name is gonna be, oh, that's already like that. I don't need to worry about it. I can keep them in the middle or something. So flex column, and if it is flex column, so items are gonna be center. It's gonna be like that. Great job. What is the next thing? I have designed this particular thing, but even before that, let's give it some shadow. Shadow, not this one, rather the middle one. This particular div. Shadow. Padding 5. How about it? Shadow medium, and shadow gray 300, and rounded is gonna be LG, padding is gonna be 5. Interesting. Let's try it, and let's give it a fixed width. That would be great. What is the width of the model that I created? 60, right? So width is gonna be 60. It's like that. And if I actually, that's bad, so bad. Where is mine? Wait, I got something for him. Okay. What can I do? Let's go to the model page. The model page is here. What is the width of it? Model. Width is XL. So let's keep the width XL over here as well. So this is where I'm setting the width right here. Let's keep the width extra large. And it is like that, not bad. Let's continue. And as for these two things, class name flex gap is gonna be y, that's gonna be 5 around. And let's give them the design and all. So class name bg blue 500. I will make it better. Text white, white white. Tx is gonna be 3, ty is gonna be 1, rounded is gonna be lg, rounded is gonna be medium. 2 and 4, 5, not bad. And giving them fixed width will be better. Why? Because they should be with the same width. So width is gonna be maybe 50 or something. Too much. 40, 30, and 30 what? 32, 20, 28. Okay, not bad. Giving them the fixed width so that they look the same. Otherwise they will look different. Control D. Let's remove padding from here. Padding X is going to be removed. And this is how they are looking right now. Let's make it X over here so that they have some width, something like this. What next do I want? First one should be blue, second one should be that like color. And one more thing, this is the div I have, right? I will give it a bg linear. Okay, I think it got connected again. Actually right now just my OBS got disconnected and then it connected again, so never mind, let's continue from here on. So this is how it looks like. Let's make it 500. Later I'll make some changes. These are the two designs that I'm actually following, and don't know how it's gonna be looking like. Let's check the model out first of all properly. Can I get the model over here? I can't. Let's go to content. Can I get the model here? Yeah. So model looks like this. This is how I have to create that page as well. So ultimately it should be of white color, and I'm just having the things like this over here. Okay. Let's go with the same method over there as well. So let's sign up is going to be here. And guess what? I will be making it white only. So it's no use giving it the linear color gradient and all. This is fine. And the next thing that I want to do, I want to change the color of these. So how about keeping it blue and keeping it cyan? Or how about giving them the BG color over here? Control D, Control D, Control V, and then it looks like this. Well, not bad. One more thing I can do, that this can be cyan. This can be cyan and this can be what? This can be blue. Okay, and not only this, it will have some kind of background color. Well, I don't have that, unfortunately. How can I make it better? Any idea? Let's give it a background color. Class BG blue 300 or something. PX is gonna be 3. PY is gonna be 2. I'll change the color, that's not a big problem. What can I do? Something needs to be done over here, I know that. What is that thing I need? Check that thing out. First of all, rounded else is okay. Let's make it even 5. Rounded is gonna be full for now. Rounded is gonna be full. I got some cooking. Okay, sure. And let's make it PX. PX is gonna be 3. PY is gonna be just 2. Like this. And what I want over here, first of all, PX PY. PX PY 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 PY. And this is gonna be just, let's remove it. I already have that. Okay, it looks like this. And what I want over here is that let's even remove the colors that I have. I want to do something. I like kind of something is good. Let's see whether I can actually do that or not. Let's remove this particular section from here as well. Well, it looks like that, and what I want to highlight one of them. So BG, how about making it BG blue 400 or something? 5. Let's make it 400. It looks like this. Even let's make sure that instead of giving width to pixels to this, I will be giving pixels to these, so that it takes the whole width and height like this. And I can make it random as well, rounded, not random. So rounded is gonna be full over here. Medium is there. Let's remove this thing. Well, it's like that. Too bad. This can also have the same design and all. Few things need to be changed. This, even text white. Okay, as for this particular thing, let's remove the gap. It's there like this. And what I want I just had a design pattern in my mind, but I don't think that's gonna be easy to implement over here. Okay, at least I should do my little best to implement that. So first of all, let's give it just padding of maybe 2. Just get some borders around that. And how is that done? Well, this is even not bad. Okay, let's make it around 400 or something. It looks exactly the same. Are you gonna end the stream? If then when? 257. I need to know this. Maybe after 10 minutes or something. Once yeah, after 10 to 15 minutes. 10 minutes. For this thing I'm doing. For the thing I'm doing. For the thing you are doing. Let's. I'll end it after 15 minutes. So bg linear to right and bg from, it will be starting blue and that's gonna be 500 to cyan, it will be like 502, so it will be looking like that. And as for this particular thing, so this will have cyan 400 or something, and okay, this one is good, I mean better. I mean, I don't need to just worry too many things, but I can go with this much. I mean, it's not bad, it's not good. I mean, it may be good, but it's not bad for sure. Cyan, and let's make it blue. How about making it 600? Let's see how it's gonna be looking like. I'm getting the call again. I hope somebody is calling me. Just a minute. Unfortunately, I have to just put myself on muted again. Sorry, I know my webcam was off and my mic was also off, mainly because I just got busy with something, and that because of that thing I had to just turn it off. I was just talking to somebody, and but never mind, let's continue from here on. So this is how I've done it so far, and one more thing that I would like to do over here, that is giving it I already got the path, right? So as per that thing I will giving it the design. So let's cut it from here, and the next thing that's gonna be like this. Let's give it. And one thing, as for this particular color, otherwise it will have no color at all. And text is gonna be large, so text is gonna be XL over here, should be just large. I can make it font bold if I'm not wrong. Font is gonna be bold or something. Yeah, not bad actually. One thing I can do, can give it more pixels. Px2, py is gonna be 2, and px is gonna be around 4 or something, or make it 5. Bro, this is not Brainly clone, this is something else clone. Brainly, this is that only. Come on, this is the second brain app. Yeah, I'm adding my own stuff and all. He named it Brainly. Bro, this is not Brainly clone, this is something else clone. He named it Brainly, but this is something else clone. Okay, doesn't matter. I like it, does the job and all. I'm not even worried about the name. And px is gonna be 4 over here. Reload the page. Okay. One thing. Instead of giving px over here, I can just simply give it 2 and give it 4 around. Okay, this is nice, and I can increase the width or something. Width is 28 right now. Let's make it 30 around. Yeah, and I can make it 32. Well, this is not bad. I need to know what the thing I'm doing. I need to know what the thing I'm doing means what. The clone, I'm not even sure. I haven't even checked the website. This was something that was built in the class. So the same thing I'm trying to build right now. I'm not sure which one is the real website and all. It's just like I have the idea to build this particular thing, and that's what I'm just simply working on this. Just type in the chat, what does this app do? What does this app do? It simply takes your links and saves them in the database. So ultimately it is the kind of storage app for your links. So if you get some important links that you want to keep in your mind, in your second brain, you can just copy the link and you can save the link over here. That link can be YouTube, Twitter and all. And then yeah, whenever you are gonna visit it, you will find everything organized with that link. As simple as that. Okay, so this is how it looks like right now. And one thing I can do, that I am already getting the path name. So with the help of the path name, I can decide whether it's going to have the BG linear color or not. If I remove it, it does not have that. So what I want, Control X and conditional path name. If path name exists, only in that case I will add this, something like this. And if same here, path name double equals to slash sign up. In that case I will be doing this particular thing, and I can just copy the whole thing from here, Control C. Let's get rid of this thing. This is how it's gonna be looking like, and it will be login. Got it now. Wait, okay. So this is how it looks right now. And if I just change and one more thing, whenever I click on login, so I should be redirected to login page. So whenever I click on this button, what I can do, route, right? Let's go to React router. React router. And over here, let's go to docs, and you have to go to inside navigating, and we have something called nav link over here. I will get it from React router itself, and then I can navigate it. Okay, so using this, what I want that this button should be inside nav link. So nav from React router, I will get the button inside that, and I will give it the href. The path, I think not even, it will be having something called to, and it will be going to login page, and same thing is gonna be happening over here. I will get a nav link from the React router, nav link, something like this. Once I got my nav link, first of all, to is gonna be equals to /sign up, and I will be pasting it over here, something like this. Let's see whether how it looks even like. So we are here, and it takes some time or what. Reload the page. Let's go to sign up. It is like this, and if I go to sign in, there is no sign in, there is login. So it comes here. The thing is that when I click on them, it's just working opposite way. Okay, so when I click on login, I should be coming back to login. So sign up should be redirected to sign up, and the login should be redirected to login. As simple as that. Let's check this thing out right now. Reload the page, and if I click on login, I'm inside login. If I click on sign up, I'm inside sign up. And I'm not using any use state or something, rather I'm just reading the path name, and with the help of the path name, I'm just simply rendering the things and all. Pretty good, so far so good. Almost done. Okay. What is the next thing that I want? The next thing that I want is to simply render the form. Let's try to render the form. So what I can do, I'm inside this particular section. Path name, sign up. One more thing I can say. Const is sign up. Is signing up. Signing up. That's gonna be true if the path name that I got, that's triple equals to /sign up. As simple as that. So this way I will have this, so I won't have to use it everywhere, like here, as well as over here. So I can just simply check whether it is signing up or not. If it is, and reload the page. If not signing up, then I have to render the login page. So well, that looks great. So what is the next thing that I can do? This is the first thing that I got done over here. They were the buttons, toggle buttons, I can say. Okay, toggle buttons. One question: are you gonna update the UI of this app, or will it remain the same forever? I don't know. Never thought of it. Don't know. Let's see. For now, it's like this. Even in future, I want to add the AI and all. So even these are not the main applications that I'm building. I want to build some good applications. This is just kind of a learning project that I'm working on. My good project will definitely be integrated with the AI. That is not. None of the applications are integrated with AI. So this is just a learning project that I'm working on. So don't know whether I'll be doing that or not. So div is here, and after that I will have form over here, something like this, and I have div inside that, and this will be h1. This will be h1 as well. Let's make it h1. Ultimately heading, this will be h1 too. So this is how it's gonna be going on right now. And what is the next thing? If I actually try to just write something else, maybe this fds. Oh, I'm not gonna be redirected. That's amazing. Slash the sign up slash abc fds. Well, even this is not gonna be valid. Well, that's really good. Sign up. I think you are working on the what the design and all. I would love to even see that what exactly you make. Okay, so this particular thing is done. This is the heading and all. And one thing I can do that in the main application I can give it the gap of by, and that's gonna be 5. So it will be looking like this. As for this particular thing, merely the h1 over here. Let me cook. What? You are cooking? You are cooking food or cooking something else? Because you need silence for that. By the way, I can't really be quiet. You'll have to turn your audio down on your side. Path. One more thing I can do. I can actually keep it inside a div, and that's gonna be like this. And I can give it the text is gonna be Excel, maybe 3XL, and it's gonna be looking like that. Font is gonna be bold. And first of all, let me make it better. First one is gonna be sign up. Sign up. I don't even need to have this actually. Why do I have the sign up again when the sign up is mentioned here? Why do I need to have login again when login is just mentioned at the top? So I can even get rid of this particular thing, like this particular thing from here. Why do I even need to have that? Let's simply have the form. And when it comes to having the form, so I will have few things. I will have input box or div, and I'm going to show you my skills. Definitely I would love to see them. Input multiplied input and like this. What else can I do? Okay, and what all I need to have. If I go here and if I go to my sign up page, name, email, password and confirm password. So let's have 4 inputs. First one is gonna be for name, second one is gonna be for email, password, confirm password. These are the inputs that I have, and I can even make them directly. What is the use of even having div over here? But I meant that, I mean, it's good to have div, or that you can just simply have the input. So this one is gonna be for name, email, password, confirm password, done. And what I want that I want to give them the placeholder. So placeholder is gonna be enter your name, then enter your email, then enter your password, and enter your confirm password. Confirm. Well, this is too much actually. How about just giving it the name? That's better instead of giving the whole text inside there. Let's give it the email. This is just gonna be the password section. And this is going to be confirm password. As simple as that. So this much I have created. The thing is that of course I need to make it flex. So class name flex is going to be column. They are gonna be like that. Interesting. Flex width is gonna be full. Let's give it bg red just for checking purpose. So it is like this. Great job. What next can I do over here? That a gap y, that's gonna be equals to around 3 or something. Let's see. Not a bad thing. Let's give them the same design and ultimately. So what I'll be doing just I will just simply design one and then use the same design in others. So it will have a border, definitely. It will have rounded border, rounded one more thing, yeah, why am I doing this thing again and again? I created my model here, yes, I did that. I had my inputs over here, and then I can go to my text input. Inside that I have this input style. Let's use the same input style over here as well. So auth page, and let's keep the input style at the top over here, and I'm gonna be using this input style over here. So in all the inputs, class name, that's gonna be the input style that I already created earlier. So why not use those things again right here? And if I just click on them, they become like this. Well, quite it matches with my like this color scheme, so that's okay. And whenever I click on them, they gets converted to send. And what else can I do? First of all, this needs to be text. This needs to be email @example@gmail.com. okay, and this name, ultimately I can say your name or something. Password is gonna be here, and the type of it is going to be password over here. So confirm password is going to be have the type password, and same is going to be with the confirm just password too. So whenever I'm just entering the value, the password is gonna be looking like that. Email is gonna be looking like that. Password is normal name is gonna be looking like that. Pretty much good. What is the next thing? First of all, these things should be inside a form. So right now I can actually make this particular div a form, FYM form. So that's gonna be easy. And just below that I will have a button. So button is gonna be submit, and then I will be submitting it. And the class name, class name, button type. What kind of button am I going to have? Let's go to model. I already have some buttons here, model buttons. Let's click on this. I already have some kind of design in the button. I don't know, I will be making it better, but at least copy the things from here, Control C, and let's paste it over here. And I'm not sure what kind of button I'll be getting, so let's see. I'm getting this kind of button. First of all, it needs to have width full. Not bad actually, this is really good, I appreciate that. But first of all, padding X, I don't need to have padding X. And margin right, I don't need to have margin right. And this is how it's gonna be looking like. Whenever I hover over it, nothing happens. So let's remove this btn from here. BG linear, cyan page into rounded text white, cursor pointer, transition color, duration this much. Whenever I hover over it, I want what I want. Let's keep it here whenever I'm changing it. So whenever I hover over it, so hover at that time from is gonna be cyan and 500. And whenever I hover over it over here, so hover at that time 2 is gonna be blue, and that's gonna be 500. Let's see how it's gonna be looking like. Yeah. It's so fast. So let's make it 200 around. Okay, I mean it's crazy, but okay. Never mind. It should happen over here as well whenever I hover over this particular section. Let's copy the same thing. 500 and BG linear. Give me 5 minutes only. Alright, I'm here. And over here, when I'm actually giving it the color, this particular section, so BG linear, this particular section, let's remove all the things from here. Let's paste that particular part. And right now it's quite quick. Let's give it the duration, transition colors, and duration is gonna be 500 around. Is in and is out, is in and is in out, is in out. Okay, well, that's good. Same thing I need to do over here. So when I'm actually giving it the style over here, so I can make it like this. I can use the prettier for like formatting the classes as well. I will do it later. There is way to just, you can format the whole class. transition. So that is why I'm not worried about keeping the things here and there. Transition colors, and that has already been set. So let's go at the end. Duration 200 is in and out. Not bad. Things are great. They are not bad actually. So okay, this much I have done right now, and the thing is that this is great for the sign up page. And one more thing, yeah. And what about when I log in? I don't want all these options. I just want my email and I want password, and I should be able to log in. That means I will have to hide some things when logging. Okay, crazy stuff, but yeah, can do that. But I want to do that. These two things, like this confirm password, it should be visible. Let's not make it like this. Rather, I can give it a property class, right? Let's do one thing. Do it like this, and use the class like this. And I can make it hidden if I'm not wrong. And guess what? I can. So what I want that if is a signing up, at that time it should be a block. Otherwise, in the remaining cases, it should be hidden, like in the signing part. Logging, yeah, that's right. So this thing, the same style I have to give to others as well. So cut it from here, and let's go to this time name, because I don't wanna enter the name while logging. So I can paste the whole thing over here. The name should also go away. So this is the login form. This is the sign up form. So one more thing, I can't keep it in the middle because it just goes up and down. That's not a good thing to have. So what I can do, that item center is bad. Let's remove item center. It should be at the top, and from the top I can give it a margin. So margin top is gonna be around 50 or something. Let's make it 30. Let's check this thing out. Well, it has some extra width. Never mind. It's working fine. I need to remove the extra width that it has. Why it has so much width? Height ultimately. Have I given the height explicitly? Width is margin height full. Minimum height. Let's remove the height from here. Width full is okay, and height. This particular div, the last one where I have given the shadow, and where have I given the shadow? Shadow is here. Where is the height? Control F and H, something like this. Where have I haven't set the height anywhere. So why does it have this much height? Question. I have not set the height anywhere, but the thing is that it is getting the height right, and I don't want it to have the extra width, height ultimately. So what I can do, that it will have minimum height. It does not work. Let's give it busy color, busy red 500. This is the one that I'm talking about, and this gets the extra width. Why get that? The extra width that it has, what is the reason behind that? Flex column, gap 5, item center, shadow, gray, rounded, large px with Excel. Height is gonna be minimum or minimum height. It's not gonna work. Seriously, yaar. Flex column, gap by item center. I'm getting the items in the center, that's right. I'm making it flex. This flex one is Let's remove it. Yeah, because of that particular flex one it was getting that. Now I'm done with that. So let's remove the BG color as well, the red one. The problem was that this was getting the flex one property from the parent class. In parent class I have set flex. I went ahead and designed the whole Brainly website for you. Really amazing. Rate it out of 10, only the design. I'll have to open this first of all. Here we are. So you use Stitch, the same website that you sent me earlier. Great job. Professional. It looks professional, that is for sure. Brainly sign up login. Wow, that's interesting. It is worth using, that is for sure. This is actually nice, yeah. I mean, actually a professional website. So that means Alex, the organizations. Well, no doubt this is a professional website. Yeah, it works, and I am rating it. Took a lot of time. Definitely, it must have taken the time. And as for the rating, it is already professional, so I will name it 10 by 10. Why can't I rate it 10 by 10? It is looking good. The thing is that it is actually a professional website, so there is nothing that actually I can say that bad. Well then, thanks for the website. Ultimately, I will learn the design and all, but I will definitely take the help of this particular website, Stitch and all. And I will design the front ends, and then I will go with that. Let's go with this particular website like this only. Next time onwards I will try to design the things first of all, and then I will start working on the front end. This was something I was trying to work on. Yeah, sign up for me. It's done the great job over here. That's right. The thing is that if there are designs, so at that time I won't need to worry about the design and all. I will have to just simply worry about the replicating that design, and I'm gonna be working on that. But yeah, great job. Yeah, I mean, impressive, but really good actually, above expectation. Keep it up. Thanks a lot for that. It is amazing. Mine is just a normal project. But okay, not a problem. I'm gonna be going with this for now because I have put so much work in this one. So let's go with this, and later I may be changing the UI, or I will take the help of that in the next ones. Wait, I made this in Figma. Okay, show me. I'm gonna share the Figma link. Okay. So far I made two variants. This one was the first variant, so there's gonna be dark light mode or something. I'm looking at the chats on my computer, so don't worry about that. Sorry, laptop. So this is how I'm simply going ahead. Ultimately, form is ready. I have to just submit it and get the stuff done. And from here on, I will be just simply going ahead tomorrow. This stitch is just sketch out the mockup. Okay. And what I can do, the last thing that I need to do today, and then I will be getting this project over here, because I have to just learn about what Next.js and all, and Next.js is important. I have to make projects using that. So I can say let's go to app.tsx. Inside app.tsx I need to go to my layout. Inside my layout I have my nav bar, and inside my nav bar I have my Brainly, this particular thing, and I will have this the whole thing inside nav link. So nav link I will be getting it from React router, and I will be pasting it over here. And what I want to say that pretty simple thing, 2 is gonna be /home. So whenever I click on Brainly, I will be on the home page. Then I can go to my content and all. That's another case. Content, it's like this. So this is how the content looks like. This is the sidebar that I have created. So from here you can just filter out the things. You can add the content using this particular add a form. You can add the tags as well, new tag and all. Enter it and the tag will be added. So this is how the things are right now. You can just add it or you can just cancel it. And yeah, you can share theme and log out. I have to work on many things. You can go to your profile, but even profile page is not ready yet. Routes are ready, so I don't need to worry about the routes. I can go to my profiles, PROFILE, profile. So this profile page is yet to be made. There are going to be many options, and I can just directly go to my Brainly, and it should be redirecting me to the home page. So there's a lot that I have to work on. I hope it will be ready, and then at the end of the day I will deploy it on the internet. That will be fine too. So that I'm just looking for the another link that you were about to send, because I'm about to end it right now. This is really good. Thanks a lot. Where is the application link? I can go to the home page. Go to all projects. Gonna be just keeping it in mind. When will you come back again? Just after 20 minutes. But the thing is that at that time I will be learning about Next.js. So I will not turn the chats on. So that is the thing. I will be back after 20 minutes, but I will not be able to speak. I will not be able to talk. Rather, I will be focusing on the stuff, my own things. And so yeah, I'm just waiting. Send me whatever, like the design. Navigating is done. React.js is done. Well worked on quite good stuff today. React.js code explanation. This thing is done, by the way. Then I have to create this home page like this, and another thing is that your profile should be like this. This one is already created, so I don't need to worry about this particular thing. Overall, things are getting ready. I do have kind of a schema that I created on my own, just with my bare mind. Let's check this thing out. Stitch. Whoa. So this is the lighter version, like lovely, yaar. AI is doing a great job nowadays, especially if once you know how AI works and all, you can actually make good stuff. So ultimately I can say that I was facing the issue with the design part, like how my website look like, and that thing can be solved easily with the help of AI. Thank you very much. I will be using it in the further coming projects. I will definitely be using this. Amazing. Or if needed, I will, you like it, I love it, seriously. And if needed, I will be changing the even design. Right now I'm gonna be going with this only. But later I may be changing. That's what I was saying, bro. Sorry. Okay, never mind. But first of all, I will be completing my website with the theme that I'm going with. But later on, I may be just changing the front end only, or whenever I'm gonna be working on really good projects, at that time I'm gonna be taking the help of it, and we'll be getting it done. I have no idea, like it works like this. Front end dev job is not to make design, but to convert design to code. That is right. I'll keep that thing in mind. Thank you. Ultimately, as a front-end developer, I should be able to just convert the design into code, not design. Yeah. Amazing. It's more than I expected, more good than I expected. Thank you very much. Again, from the bottom of my heart, it means a lot to me. And I thought it could have just I never thought it could have been this better. So it's just amazing. Even when you were asking me to just go through it, I never expected this thing to be this better. So sorry for that, but it is really good. Thank you very much. And now I'm gonna be catching up just after 20 minutes or something. But the thing is that I will not be able to talk. That's another case. But yeah, I will definitely be going through. When will you come back again? 20 minutes. I'll have some food. Then I'll be back. Problem is that I will be focusing on next year, so I will not be able to speak, unfortunately. But you can directly get in touch with me. You can get my number from the group. I hope you have joined that, or if you haven't joined that, join the group and you can get my number and directly get in touch. Then you can just directly ask me when I'm actually free and all. Okay, then that was it. Now I'm gonna be catching up just after 20 minutes or something. Until then, take care, bye bye, and see you. I hope you got that. Let me know by commenting for the last time. And then I have to learn next year. There's a lot to learn in that. I hope you got that. Didn't get the message yet. There's a delay. So yeah, even that is the problematic thing. Okay.